Total package like Luger and Super Brawl. Super Saturday? What is it? I don't know what it's called. What is it called?
Super Brawl Saturday.
Super Brawl Saturday?
You don't lose faith in winners. And Ric Flair, day in and day out, every day of his life, just keep winning and winning and winning.
Ric Flair! New York City, Ric Flair! You're gonna find out what hard is all about. I do exactly what I want to do. You say I'm insane. I say thank you very much.
Make a good lucha.
I hate God.
Hit the double. Yes! We love you, Scott Steiner. Today, I've got the style and profile like never before.
You guys talk about being students of the game. I am the game, JR.
It is Wednesday night. What is going on, everybody? Dirt Sheet Dudes, I hope you are all doing well. I am Boxman. Right across from me is my man, Smarkety Smark. What's up, bro?
What's going on? Fun fact, I lost my virginity to that song.
Huh? Okay.
That's right. I only have sex with royalty-free music playing in the background, so my Pornhub account does not get demonetized.
Okay. That's a very good idea, Smart. I didn't expect the show to start that way.
DMCA rules are nothing to mess with.
I mean, listen, you never want a copyright strike, so I get it. We're going to have Eric joining us in just a little while here, guys. He'll join us very, very soon. And real quick, I want to thank Eric for letting me join him on Friday night on their show. We spoke to Rod Price and Bob Cook. Oh, it was a fun time running down the 20 greatest wrestlers of all time. It was fun. It really was. Those two guys were... Bob Cook is a one-liner genius. He's like Don Rickles. I swear to God, it was great. It was fun.
The Don Rickles of wrestling radio.
Oh my God, he was a trip, man. He had great one-liners, and he really doesn't like wrestling fans. I mean, barring he was on there with three of them. But he was a really, really, really fun guy, and it's up there on Eric's feed. You guys can go check that out on Everything Unscripted there. I'll let him do his at the end of the show, but definitely check out that one right there, the 20 greatest wrestlers of all time. It was a blast, and those two guys are hilarious. And I guess we can go ahead and I guess we can do that real quick. I don't know. Smart, how you doing? I got no music loaded in here right now, so let's talk for a minute. What's going on, man?
I'm doing well. It's Halloween week. I've been watching my scary movies, doing my thing, being nice and creepy as one does. It's fun.
Yes, and on Hollywood Hangout, I actually ran down my ridiculous 10 favorite horror movies, which me not being a horror fan, I thought that would be kind of fun to do. I don't know if you listened to that one yet, Smart.
It is. I will listen to a little bit of it while it was live, and it is on the agenda to go ahead and check it out prior to Saturday. I want to actually do that tonight. But yeah, I was hearing a little bit of it while I was in between movies. I stopped and checked it out. And from what I was hearing, it was a pretty fun show.
Yeah, it was a good time. Like I said, me not being a horror movie fan, I tried to get ones that I really loved or saw as a kid and still watch anytime I want. Just what I thought was a good horror movie that I like. Because again, I don't like many horror movies. I think my horror movie little catalog is like 20 movies total, and half of them I haven't seen because they're my wife's. So
right,
I was lucky to get 10. I'm glad I got 10. Was still a good time, and might as well just keep going with this. Me and Smart are actually going to be doing TV scene stealers of some of the greatest scenes in television that we think are the greatest scenes. At least we're going to be doing that Saturday night. Smart, I might be a little late for that one. Got kid stuff to do for Halloween, so might be a little late. I'll let you know as we proceed with the week.
Doing some trunk or treating, are you?
Actually, exactly. You are.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, under different circumstances, I have protested that as being a dumb idea for a very long time. But as it stands today with the whole pandemic and just all the other stuff that's going on, it is what it is. Nice and simple. No need to complicate things.
And we are deep in the country here. I'm not sure how the RV park down the street is going to do on Halloween. We'll find out. But
oh shit! My syringe has a fucking candy bar.
I just don't want my kids to be disappointed. No. This isn't a trailer park, Mark. It's an RV park.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's a different kind of drug then.
Much, yes. Might be more crank than I don't know. Crank and meth are the same. I don't know.
I'll give you a quick sidebar if we're stalling for time. My grandparents they have a camper. Mm-hmm. And they go to different, KOAs, different campsites, and they're KOA members, whatever. Yeah. So one of the ones that they have a pool. And I was at the pool, and I shit you not, it's like I want to say 2 p.m. or so on a Saturday. This man who appears to be about, I want to say his early to mid 60s comes out. He's already drunk. He's over by the pool. He walks up to me and he says, "Hey, brother." I look up at him. Is it okay if I play some Jimmy Buffett? I was like, that is about the last thing that is okay with me, but I cannot tell you no. So I was just like, yeah. And that was about the end of my time in the pool, but he seemed to have a great time himself, so God bless him.
That'd be my kind of guy. Eventually he's going to crack open some beers and might even hand you a joint. You want to hang with that guy, buddy.
I swear to God, there was another family there, and he asked them if they had any alcohol because he was trying to drink. And I was like, God bless you. You have no shame. You're a bit of a hero to me. Dude, there's no need for social standards.
Those are true Jimmy Buffett parrot head right there. That's what they do. They go, they drink, they sit by the pool. Most of them are retired. They don't care. They just travel around.
That's the R word that you choose to use.
What?
I heard you going with an R, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, wait, no. Retired. Okay.
You told me I wasn't allowed to use the other word. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I improvise if that's all right with you.
Very good, very good. Yeah, he's made the most of a situation. But no, he was a cool dude, I guess. I mean, he didn't bother me much more other than that. He was just trying to enjoy his Saturday.
Oh, there you go. I hope he did. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he drank more and probably went to a Jimmy Buffett bar that night. Mm-hmm. He probably got wasted away at Margaritaville.
We do have one around here, not too far from Knoxville, and they have a whole little resort.
Nice. I bet that's fun, man. You should go. Go hang out with
I haven't
the parrot
been,
heads,
but yeah, it could be a good time.
Go hang out with the parrot heads, man. They're just gonna get you drunk. I'm telling you. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea, man. Anyway, I guess we can go ahead and knock out the rest of the plugs. That means we're going to talk about the high marks. That's right. It's Mojo. It's Cheese Man. It's G Wiz. Oh, it's a good time. And if you are not subscribed, you should be. If you don't know where to find them, it's mixer.com/Metal Mitt Network. That's right. 2 T's and Mitt. Mixer.com/Metal Mitt Network. Sundays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Definitely check them out. Oh, what was that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I think Eric's jumping in. I think he actually.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. That'll make a noise like that. And of course, we've got Bobby Anthem, Bobby Blades. They are the Inhumans. They are on the Inhuman Experience. You should be subscribed. If you are not, you should be ashamed of yourself by this point. I mean, seriously, you should be. Get over there and subscribe. All the usual podcast platforms. Stephen Milan, he's sharing the show. We appreciate it very, very much. Check him out over there reviewing movies on Letterboxd. BOXD.com/Stephen Milan. Don't forget there's 2 L's in Milan. I keep hearing a blip. Anyway, don't forget, and also don't forget that Hollywood Hangout had to get its own Mixler, and I had to change it. It is Hollywood-Hangout.com. So Mixer.com/Hollywood-Hangout. Let me see if I can get Eric in this call. It won't let me. Smark, hold on a sec here. All right, we're going to get Eric in. I bet Smark will jump over here in just a sec. Eric, you there? All right, no Eric there. So let me jump back into Smark's call here. Resume call. All right, Smark, give me 1 sec. I'm going to try to add Eric as we're talking here. So, folks, you may hear a little ringing, and I apologize for that. But I'm going to try this live on air. Anyway, we'll get Eric on in just a second. Smart, go ahead and hit your plugs while we're doing this.
There you go. We're going to do it live.
Yeah.
Go ahead, we'll do it live. Speaking of doing it live, Mondays, 8:30 p.m. on the Metal Man Podcast Network, on the Mixer Machine. It is Cheese on Sports with Cheese Man, Luke, Birch, G Wiz, and myself. We are talking NBA, we're talking NHL, we're talking football, as always, and UFC, but of course, and Sundays, 10:30 a.m. For now, time might change on that. The Dirk City Machine Guns with Mojo and with Dirk, and last but never least, be sure to check out our friends at Planet Raconteur. It's the Planet Raconteur podcast with Bobby Anthem, Papa Dave, Sincere, and Young Nasty. All 16 episodes of Season 1 are available for you, and be sure to subscribe for Season 2. Yes, it's perfect.
All right, and I think we got Eric here. Eric, I think, maybe, Eric.
Yeah, I'm here.
There
Sorry.
we go. Eric is here.
Okay.
All right.
What's up?
I made it just in time. Go ahead and tell them where they can find you, Eric. Wrap up the plugs.
Everything Unscripted podcast on blackoutatradio.com/everything unscripted. This Friday we'll be doing 1991 Halloween Havoc, the Chambers of Horror. What is it called? Chambers of Horror.
Yeah, Chamber of Horrors match.
Chamber of Horrors, yes.
Yeah. I have to watch that tomorrow. Oh boy.
Fun fact, that happened at the UTC Arena. That is the arena downtown from me. It's the local arena.
Is it still around?
It very much is, yeah. They still have like house shows there because it's on the smaller end of the spectrum, but they do have wrestling there from time to time.
Oh, nice. And then this Saturday we'll be doing, there was a little bit of a change. Instead of the Big Brother tier list, we're doing house guest tier list. We're doing cartoon show tournament style like warfare. We're matching different cartoons. I randomized it today, and it's gonna be interesting. And then Halloween Day, Mindy and Daniel will be doing Friday the 13th trilogy of Jarvis. Jarvis? Something I forget what it's called. Jarvis. And then every Tuesday or Wednesday, NFL Hard Hits with me, Clint, and Stevie.
All right. There we go. Plugs are wrapped up. All right. like I said, there wasn't. There's not a ton of news until. Man, I'm shocked. This news about ROH didn't come out like tomorrow morning.
Yes, fucking 12:32 tonight. As
Like,
soon as we're done.
3 minutes after we go off the air, boom, it pops up. But we will get into that. We've got a few other things we can go ahead and get into. And we've got AEW Dynamite back on Wednesday nights, guys. Huh?
Yeah, it was a pretty decent show.
Pretty good show. Pretty good show, I thought. The
Matches.
main event, little. Don't know if we needed a comment. What was that?
Yeah, that was kind of. The main event wasn't my cup of tea, but it was all right. It was just a comedy act. You want to put over Adam Page at the end.
I mean, it was a fun match. It was fun to watch, and it was cool. And see, even Dirk is saying, except the main event, I got to be honest, that match would have been better off in the middle of the card somewhere and give us something better.
Yeah, I think it was mainly to push to put over Adam Page at the end.
Yeah, looks like they were trying to put over Colt Cabana too.
I'm surprised they haven't had any interactions with Colt Cabana and CM Punk yet. Not even one mention of them to, like, because they I don't know if they're still best friends, but they used to be best friends.
Well,
and there's like no interaction with them yet.
Nah, I think that's.
You think it's gonna come?
I think that's by design. I don't think they want to get into that right now. I think that's somewhere down the road. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what their relationship is either. But I mean, Punk sued him.
Right, yeah, they had a legal battle based on how the whole trial against WWE happened based on the podcast appearance that he made, and he's bashing them. And then I guess there was a dispute over the lawyer fees, and that became a whole thing. I wouldn't be surprised unless one of them just flat out says that they don't want to work with the other one, puts their foot down. I wouldn't be surprised if they turned that into some sort of an angle moving forward.
I could see that down the road, too. I just think right now it's too early. They just don't want to get into it. I mean, trust me, that they would love to do the whole reality-based argument. Oh, it's so real. It feels real. It is real. They hate each other.
Probably when Punk turns heel.
Well, that means we got a babyface Cabana out there being a fucking joker. No, I'm good with that. Then again, I don't want to see heel Cabana either. So, someone shoot me. I don't fucking care. How about that? I just don't care. I'm just not the biggest Colt Cabana fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Never really.
I never saw the appeal with him either.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm trying to struggle to remember a time when he was heel. Like for a significant period of time.
I don't know. I remember one show. I remember one show he did. He sentenced. He was a cop, and it was some indie show, and he sentenced the guy to anal. That's a heel move. I'm sorry.
It's the biggest heel move I could think of. I would rather take his field chair than like forced anal. But no, I know what you're talking about. He was Officer Colt Cabana. It was in the ICP Juggalo Championship or Championship, depending on the year, wrestling.
Well, funny, I mentioned anal. It's amazing. I mentioned anal, and Smart turns into a fucking Rain Man.
It's funny you should say that. I've been keeping a list book. I'm formulating my own secluded paradigm on anal sex related angles.
Sorry, Eric. I didn't want to forget that one.
with no, it's okay. Was Coco Man ever in New Japan? I know he was on ROH. Did he fight in New Japan?
I think he was in New Japan for a mate. Yeah. Chat room. We got someone.
Are we talking about Cabana? I don't think he was in New Japan. I think he was in. Actually, yeah, he was. He was in New Japan for a minute, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Was he in the Bullet Club?
He was in the New Japan Cup. Yeah.
Okay. That's when I'm thinking that he was heel.
Everybody was in the Bullet Club, though. I mean, everyone was in the Bullet Club. And the Bullet Club were never heels. They were always the cool heels. They were the clique. I mean,
yeah.
Anyway, I guess we can move on. I don't even know where we were. How the fuck did we get into that? Oh, the Colt Cabana thing. Okay. But, all right. I guess we can go through a few things. We'll do the usual and end with AEW. Jesus Christ. But I guess we can get into something real quick here. I guess we can say congratulations to Carmella and Corey Graves. They are engaged, and they even got engaged on Carmella's birthday, guys. What do you think of that?
That's
boy.
That's a fucking chess move right there. Let me tell you.
I think he forgot to get her something, ran out, grabbed a ring, and said, "Oh, this will make up for it."
Yeah, but he's less days to remember. He's playing smart.
No, it's more days.
Fucking engagement day.
Way.
Engagement day.
Yeah, it's more days to remember. I promise you. I promise you.
Wow.
I suppose. Now you gotta remember the day. Now you gotta remember the day you got engaged. Then you got to remember the day we decided our wedding, and then it's my God, I can't remember all this. Can we just do birthdays? Let's just stick with.
Blackman, do you remember your engagement?
No.
Okay.
Not the date. No, not at all. No.
You're not at like a local sporting event, and you were on the jumbotron, and you got on your knee.
No, I think we just kind of started talking about it, and we're like, yeah, we should get married. Been 10 years. About time. Let's do this. Fucking go. I think that's about how it happened. So no, nothing special. I never hit a knee or nothing.
Oh wow! Okay.
I know. I'm
gonna need a minute to like wipe my eye here.
I'm just a
really moving story.
Just a hopeless romantic over here, guys.
Like, hey, so I said we should do it, and then we did it, and then a bunch of people that we barely like got drunk on our dime. All right, it was a fun time.
I said, yeah, let's get married. Now let's go bone, bitch.
I remember those vows. That was, I think I saw those on YouTube.
I'm really making myself sound great here, aren't I?
I love you, bitch. I'm always gonna love you, bitch. Now let's go fuck.
Oh, it wasn't that bad, but we basically how it happened. We were just kind of like talking one night, and we're like, "Yeah, we should get married." Been 10 years, like I said. It's been long enough. I mean, I'm not going nowhere. You going anywhere? No, I'm not going anywhere. All right, let's. Fine, let's go get some rings. We'll take care of this.
Take care of this.
Tell me when to be there.
We'll pay the water bill. We'll get married. We'll just do all the errands this weekend.
I mean, we started living together like 2 months after we started dating. So I'm still here. We're still here.
Living in sin, huh?
Strong.
Well.
You at least had your children when you were married. Yeah, we can't have any children born out of wedlock.
I have a 13-year-old, and I've been married.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. I mean, if you want to do that math. Anyway.
Carry the 5.
Anyway, congratulations to that. Carry the 5. Oh, shit. All right, congratulations to them, though. That's really good. They've been dating since 2019 when Carmella stole him from...
That's gonna be a great story if they have kids. It's like, well, how did you and mom get together? It's like, wow, that's an interesting story.
Well, so Daddy was seeing this one woman. Okay.
They were married, actually.
No, were they?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
It became a whole thing where it's like it seemed like she was, and then she wasn't, then she was. I fucking lost track.
I don't think they were married. I think you're thinking of Bray.
Could be.
Oh.
Because I know.
Or Batista.
So they had kids.
Because Bray went with.
Have kids with the other guy? I mean, the other woman?
Yeah, Bray does.
I think the other guy.
Hey, not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Bray because Bray.
Okay.
Bray snatched up JoJo, and I mean, I can't blame the guy.
While she was still married. Wow.
Hey, have you seen JoJo?
I mean,
have you seen JoJo?
I mean, I prefer KC, but she says I'm going to propose to my girlfriend at Universal Studios when Jaws pops out of the water. See, that's true romantic stuff right there. There's gonna be some cotton candy, some popping corn.
Just sounds so familiar, though. I don't know where I've heard that before.
It's all been done.
Like, I've heard that. Man, did Kevin Smith say that?
There you go.
Anyway, I do know what movie he's referencing. But this isn't the movie show, so you guys can all guess.
It's historically topical.
Yeah, pretty much. But there you go.
Hey, if we're talking about Bray Wyatt,
No.
he posted a thing here on the Twitter machine. 2 days until his 30-day or 90-day contract is up. The 90-day no compete.
The day he's out of prison.
Yeah, nobody else has made that metaphor this week.
The day he gets out of jail. He's out. He's free. Free. Wonder where he's gonna go.
Any predictions?
Go
ahead.
Any predictions where he's going? Good question. There've been rumors of Impact. Man,
I heard that too.
What a downgrade.
They're doing something
anymore.
Whoop, one at a time. I can't hear everybody at once. And
Oh, sorry.
okay.
Apologize. You get what you deserve. I was gonna say they're doing something right because fucking Strowman's going there. I believe they just picked up Mercedes Martinez. Like it doesn't seem like it's a destination that I would want to go, but
yeah,
they're managing to bullshit their way into some good signings.
Yeah, they just picked up the former Iconics. They're now the Inspiration. So yeah, I mean Impact.
Oh, wow.
Let's face it. Impact has had many big names go through that company. Name one that's moved the needle. Okay, besides that one show with Hogan and everybody. Don't mention that one. Now, tell me, name one person that's ever moved the needle on Impact.
Kurt Angle for again?
Ooh, Kurt Angle. It was good back then, though. But it was actually good.
Around the world.
Yeah, but it was actually a good show back then. And then Aces and Eights started. I'm the only one that liked it.
I kind of liked it. I was intrigued by it.
Yeah, it was just me and like a few other people, and that was it. And that show,
I liked it. I didn't watch it, but D'Lo Brown was involved, so it's got my thumbs up.
I'm sure it does.
Maybe Bully Ray, in a way.
Yeah.
Needle.
Bully Ray turned out to be the leader.
Yeah.
When
that storyline.
It was awful. They did an obvious video where it was Bischoff. There was an obvious silhouette. It was Bischoff's voice. I don't care how much you can disguise that voice. Bischoff has a cadence when he talks, and it was obviously Bischoff. And then they went away from it, and it was just awful. Bully Ray was the leader, and then fucking Bischoff's son was one of them. Wes Briscoe was one. God, it started to get embarrassing.
Yeah. I feel like the fact that you can remember Wes Briscoe is a good sign that you won't be getting dementia anytime soon.
I haven't drank myself into a stupor yet, everybody.
Yeah, good job.
Something to look forward
How
to.
about Christian Cage? Do you think he kind of moved him in the needle?
No, I don't think Christian ever really did. I would.
Trying to think.
That's the problem. You can't just name a few people. I mean, I guess you can only name a handful of people in WWE that have ever moved the needle too. I mean,
except Blanchard. No, I'm just joking.
No.
She can move a needle.
It's a different kind of needle.
Yeah.
Different kind of needle. Different kind of needle.
I see.
You do? Okay.
Speaking of moving some needles, Teddy Hart's in the news now.
Oh, Jesus.
He's in the news again?
He's always in the news that's in my heart. I don't think he's done anything recently.
Well,
but I was trying to think of a drug addict that I could use. I was trying to hit all potential jokes there with the moving the needle metaphor.
I guess speaking of news, I guess one thing I probably shouldn't mention, but will. I know someone at work who knows someone who's very good friends with one Tammy Sitch. very good friends with Tammy. And a lot of them, I guess she actually used to hang. I guess she's actually very good friends with Raven. So I'm not sure. I've never asked this girl's name because I'm afraid to find out who it is. But there's rumors to keep an eye on TMZ and a possible situation with Mrs. Tammy Sitch. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh boy.
She may or may not need a Twitter. Has Tammy Sitch been arrested? Someone start a Twitter handle and let's find out. Anyway.
Let's reach out to her. Let's try to get her on the show. The exhausted sigh says it all.
What's on my finger? Oh, no. No one wants to know. Okay.
The worldwidely loved game, What Is on My Finger. It's award-winning.
Suddenly Skype would not work that night. Anyway.
I think that's the only game show Steve Harvey won't host.
Besides the former Family Feud, now say the dirtiest thing you can without getting censored by the network. Good show. Good show. I actually used to love Family Feud. It was a good show back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Old Richard Dawson kissing everybody. Just right on the lips.
Who was the original host?
Richard Dawson, yeah. Was it Richard Dawson? Yeah.
I think it's Richard Dawson. It wasn't like Richard Dawson, then like Louis Anderson, then Richard Karn, and then we got like Steve Harvey.
No, there was actually... No, see, we're missing one in the middle there.
What's his name? I can't forget his name.
I hate to say this, but...
His last... Drew Carey.
No,
that's Price is Right.
That's Price is Right. We're actually missing a guy that hosted Family Feud that killed himself.
Oh,
Chris Benoit?
No.
The Family Feud.
Geez.
Top 4 answers on the board. I injected this into my veins.
Oh, that was awful. That was awful.
I don't know. Sacha Baron Corbin just heard it. I think he appreciates that.
Did anyone say Ray Combs? I think the guy's name was Ray Combs, the host. I really do.
I mean, if only there was a way that we could look this up. I think I'm going to go do that. Give me just a
Try the name Ray Combs. I think that, and I think it's actually like a hair comb with an S. I think that might be him. I don't know why.
Family Feud, Wikipedia.
Oh, you're going right into the Family Feud Wikipedia. Yes.
Richard Dawson, Ray Combs, Louis Anderson, Richard Karn, John O'Hurley, and Steve Harvey.
Ray Combs. I believe Ray Combs took his life. I believe it was Ray Combs. There you go. Sacha Baron Corbin. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. Now that I brought the show down.
Yeah, I figured that nothing could be depressing about, talking about Louis Anderson, but,
Oh, we'll turn the tragedy into comedy. Shut up, Louis Anderson.
I'd be all right with doing 45 more minutes about the Family Feud and just calling it a night.
Just Richard Dawson smooching every woman that he saw. He didn't care what he didn't care if they were with a guy. He just reached right over.
He do anything before? It was like, okay, he's an actor, they're saying. Actor, comedian, game show host, and panelist. He's on Hogan's Heroes, apparently.
Oh, I didn't know that. There's one I didn't know.
He's a regular panelist on Match Game. He played Corporal Peter Newkirk. I don't know. I hadn't seen the show.
Awesome.
If anybody else would like to chime in on the Family Feud here in the chat room. Apparently, Cheese is not on board with this Family Feud talk.
And I believe, Richard Karn was the guy from Home Improvement, right?
Yeah, he was Al.
Al. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. And, of course, Steve Harvey and everyone else I know. Louis Anderson, not a good comedian, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, on that note, Sacha Baron Corbin says Satchel Bacon Corn.
Huh?
That's right. He says Satchel Bacon Corn.
You put bacon
in relation to the Family Feud discussion.
I don't know, but you put bacon in corn. I'm eating that shit. I love that shit.
Hell yeah, some bacon, macaroni, and cheese.
I can't do macaroni and cheese.
Oh, is it lactose thing?
Mm-hmm. But I shouldn't even be eating corn. But
Can you do the vegan shit?
I've never tried. I don't really want to.
That's a fair point, I guess.
Hey,
I was just trying to find a workaround there. I feel like every person should be allowed. I'm getting political here. Every person in this great country of ours should be allowed to enjoy macaroni and cheese.
I am not a crook. Okay.
That's it.
Anyway, I guess since we were on the little topic of talking about Impact a little while ago, I'm not quite sure how we got from Impact to Family Feud and Suicide, but I mean, it's Impact Wrestling, so
I could draw a direct line between him.
not a bad segue, actually.
I think he worked there. I want to do it when I watch their show. Any number of things.
Yeah, see, there's definitely a direct connection there. I told you it was a great segue, actually. Looks like the partnership between AEW and Impact is reportedly over, and it was over after Bound for Glory. Now, this is according to, everyone hold your fucking horses, Ringside News. Obviously, I trust Ringside News as far as I can throw them. And they're on the internet, so I can't throw them at all. See where the joke is there? Anyway, I'm very tired. My sense of humor may be odd.
Golf clap.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, no specifics were given as far as talent that had crossed over. Notice, though, you have not seen the Good Brothers in a while. Now,
honestly, without you mentioning that, I wouldn't have noticed. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to point out things that people wouldn't notice, Mark, and the Good Brothers are something no one knew, except till right now when I mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they're not there. Oh, yeah.
Boy, who else could they get to just stand there better than Carl Anderson, huh?
Got a hot Asian wife. Yeah, we know. Get out.
He keeps fucking up. Apparently not even that.
Yeah, that's right. But Sean is popping some knowledge about Ray Combs. He actually was involved with WWE during the 1993 Survivor Series. He was ring announcer for Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, and his nights Owen turned on Bret. The night Owen turned on. Okay, all right.
No, it was a Survivor Series, so it was like they did the nights. It was supposed to be Jerry Lawler's nights, but then he got in a bit of trouble, shall we say. But that was what it was built on. It was like Jerry Lawler's night versus Bret's team. I don't know what Bret's team was called, but
okay, yeah. So there you go. All right. See, we did tie that right into wrestling. Thank you, Sean, and I hope you're doing well, Sean. I know you've been having a few little issues, and I hope you're feeling well. There you go. Wanted to get that out. And if you're not, feel well. All right. There we go.
That's right. It was the Hart family, and it was Shawn Michaels that took over for Jerry Lawler. He was like leading the team. Terry Funk was supposed to be involved in that, but then he heard about, I guess, the shit show that was going around surrounding it. And he just told Vince that he had to go because one of his horses was sick, which was a complete lie. So he just like left. And then rumor was that the next time Vince saw him, he asked him how his horses were. I mean, it's Terry Funk. He doesn't care.
No. Terry can take a joke. Now, as far as this whole AEW Impact relationship, I think we've pretty much established it was one-sided.
Yeah.
It was definitely
Absolutely.
a one-sided relationship. AEW gained everything from it. I don't think they really gained any viewers from it, maybe a few here and there. Impact sure as hell didn't gain any viewers from it. They had one really good show that was up with Kenny Omega, and then no one seemed to care anymore.
Yeah.
They didn't really do anything with the opportunity.
No, and I mean, literally, if you break down the way the whole thing happened, Tony Khan was all over their television show. That that was only going to benefit one person. That was Tony Khan getting his show out to more people. Impact might have thought that that's what was going to happen. They were going to have the reciprocal relationship, be able to go over there, do some things over there, but it didn't work out that way. It was all one-sided AEW. This relationship should have been over months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a contract they were looking to fulfill, which I wouldn't doubt it. So that might be why it didn't get the plug pulled on it early. But according to Ringside News, it's over. What's up, Luke? Thanks for stopping by and saying hi.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I mean, Smark, me and you have beat this to death, I would say. This whole relationship with this company. I think we did like 40 minutes on it one night. But
I mean, that's about it, though, because really the only thing of circumstance that I can feel that they did, that I remember them doing at least, was the first episode of Rampage. They had the NWA, or not the NWA, the Impact title was on the line.
Right.
That was when Christian won that. Other than that, like none of their, like you said, none of their wrestlers really showed up.
no.
Yeah, right.
No.
Did Christian even show up in Impact that much?
See, I don't remember, but like he defended the title like once or twice on a pay-per-view.
Yeah. They not only got screwed by AEW, they lost Don Callis too. It's like,
oh yeah, I forgot he's not even there anymore.
it's like, wait, we really got the shaft on this, guys. I mean, I don't know. If there was a contract, someone didn't write it good because it was one-sided completely. I'll put it that way.
I hope we never see Don Callis ever again.
Oh, I'm sure we will in AEW. I was actually surprised we didn't see him tonight.
Was he not the who was in the Baby Huey outfit or whatever the fuck it was?
Nakazawa.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
That was
I was watching the match, but I had the volume on.
Yeah. Now we thought it was Brandon Cutler,
Which makes it sound like I was masturbating, but I was listening to music.
Yeah, what?
Well, I realized that I unintentionally digged a big hole there by saying that I was watching the match with the volume. That opens up a potential Pandora's box of innuendos.
Never. Not on this show. Not on this show. Never. Anyway, let's see. Like I said, there's not a lot of news tonight until we get to that one little thing. There's a little bit more we can get into. You guys didn't send me too much, but you sent me a few things. Smark, you've always got the old, you're always checking out the old Twitter feed.
That's it. I sure am. So, long story short, we have been talking about this. We talked about this probably a couple of months ago about Jimmy Rave. And unfortunately, things have gotten worse. He's going to have both of his legs amputated, and he's not really an active wrestler these days. So doesn't really have a lot of money. But Mick Foley stepping in. He wrote on Twitter, I believe, yesterday. Yep, yesterday. Mm-hmm. Just learning about Jimmy Rave's situation. He had both legs amputated and has monstrous medical bills. Any help would be appreciated. Donations, retweets, the like. I will be donating 100% of tonight's T-shirt auction to Jimmy's fund. So he had a T-shirt auction. I guess that's self-explanatory there. But he gave all of his proceeds to Jimmy Rave. Hopefully he did well on that. I don't know what that number was, but anything's better than nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I saw that picture of him in the hospital, and man, I got to admit, I've never seen a lot of his work, but man, that picture was just awful seeing him there in the hospital. I mean, basically they took his legs right under the knee on both of his legs.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Him as a wrestler, like he had probably the most notorious, like well-known feud with Punk that Punk had in Ring of Honor. It was him and Jimmy Rave. They feuded for quite a while, and it's like he was never like the greatest on the microphone or the greatest in the ring, but there were plenty of people who made it a lot farther with less talent, let's be honest. So I always kind of felt bad for him because, like, when he had for a little while there, he was in TNA and they were doing the whole Rock and Rave thing with him and Archer,
Right.
and that got over fairly well. So it's just, there's plenty of people who are not terribly interesting that have we saw a couple of them tonight on Dynamite that got much farther. So I always kind of felt bad for him. I didn't feel like he ever really got a fair shake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously now it's even worse. But yeah, his medical bills, as Sean is saying, up to $52,000. Wow.
Yeah, there's a he listed as he put his bill out there because it's like CPR therapy 1,800, laboratory chemistry 1,200 plus. I mean, occupational therapy 10,000, pharmacy 10,000, physical therapy 20,000, recreational therapy 6,000, like you said, room and board 52,000. So 52,000 is just room and board. They hit him left, right, and fucking sideways.
Well, that's what. Let's not get into the medical situation in this country, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless of your side, it could be improved to say the least.
Absolutely. 100% will agree with that. But listen, good luck to him. This is going to be a whole different road for him to go down. So, man.
And I posted the link here in the Mixler chat for just I guess invoice. I don't know if that's a proper term, but they sent him, and it's funny because it's like it says you have not responded to our previous request for payment. Yeah, what the fuck do you think he's gonna do? Like, this is that's a lot of money. You think he's just gonna whip that out of his wallet?
Do you take it? Will you take a check?
You don't happen to take Dogecoin, do you?
Could I pay you in pennies? No? Okay. Yeah, that would let's hope he gets a little bit of help there. And just awful though. Like I said, I saw that picture and I was like, my God, man. It's just horrible.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what had happened. I forgot what he had something.
I originally thought it was his arm. Like, I think he had a problem with his arm and they had to get rid of that and then the legs.
Okay, that makes me want to go get my situation looked at more.
So I don't really know how to put it other than just he's had a real rough go of it recently.
I've got shooting pains running down all my extremities. Anyway,
yeah, I think he did lose his arm because in this picture it looks like he only has one. So, yeah, one arm and no legs. So he's not doing great for himself.
No. I guess it's better than the alternative. Yeah, better than the alternative, though, right?
I'm glad I don't have to face that question, honestly.
I'm just saying. I mean,
because I'll post it's a Daily Mail article, so it's quality journalism. But there's a photo here.
Oh yeah, Daily Mail. There you go. Longest headlines in the world.
Yep. It's an old UK publication. That's what Luke Birch here likes to read.
Ah, there you go. You don't even have to read their articles. Just read the headline. That's all you have to do. And it gives you all the info right there in the headline.
Were they there was a newspaper over there, I think, that had like a thing called Page 4 or Page 6 where it was just like basically porn.
Oh.
Page 6.
A little more liberal with that stuff over there in the old UK.
London Sun.
There you go.
They're called Page 6.
Definitely trailing off into some weird conversations tonight.
Yeah.
Anyone else like to share their Page 3? Thank you, Luke. The Sun. But yeah, I was right. It was the Sun. So if anybody else wants to chime in with their favorite smut, go ahead and Mixler.com.
There you go.
If anybody else has ever found, like a Hustler magazine in the woods.
Your favorite back page mag to get laid.
How do you think those end up like making it out there? Do you think it's kids? Do you think there's just like some adult that's just like leaving them there like it's an Easter egg hunt?
I don't know. Around here, they're in like you walk into like a tattoo shop. That's where they are. I don't see them anywhere else. I don't look for them either, but
I mean, you really kind of don't have to, I guess, if you're a youth these days, look for illicit magazines. They
No.
just kind of, you got tablets, you got cell phones.
They have Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
They have Instagram.
They do have
Craigslist.
Instagram.
Craigslist. Stay off Craigslist.
I don't think they do that too much anymore these days. I don't think you can get any type of seedy services provided to you on Craigslist these days. That definitely was a thing back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys both sounded very reminiscent.
Well, who didn't used to look at them? At least they were at one time they were everywhere. You were pretty much. I mean, when the newspapers came around, they came with the fucking newspaper half the time.
Get a hand job, get a free sofa. It's an afternoon.
There you go.
See, okay, now this actually is a good memory here. Sean's saying when I was a kid, the closest thing to porn, or I guess it is the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Yeah, the closest thing to a porn mag was the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Oh no, I used to steal my dad's Playboys.
Yeah.
I was always good for doing that.
I mean, shout out to the people that use like the Kmart or the Sears catalog, because you were really working for it.
Oh, the Sears catalog. Yeah, there was that. There was. There was a Sears catalog. There was the Adam and Eve catalogs.
They have, and it's the same fucking program every time, but they have the little infomercial that they'll run on cable like at 2 or 3 in the morning, usually on like Comedy Central, and that's always good for a laugh.
Yeah, it usually is.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
I miss those days because I was watching like a TV show from like I want to say about 2004, 2005. It was like a live. It's one of those you find on YouTube that's like the full broadcast. And they would have commercial breaks, and they show all the old retro commercials, and it was like they had those Girls Gone Wild commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that they had specifically, it was like the one where, for whatever reason, they decided to pay Doug Stanhope money to walk around and just berate drunk college girls.
Yep.
And I wish I would have been able to find that, because that would have been pretty funny.
Remember the one, what was it? Hollywood Vixens?
I don't. I remember the Snoop Dogg one. I remember like I said, the Doug Stanhope one.
No, Hollywood Hotties.
Was this like an offshoot of Girls Gone Wild, or was this his own
Yes,
thing?
it was. It was in L.A., though.
Mm.
I have the DVDs. I got real drunk one night and came home and ordered those at like 2:30 in the morning after the bar closed.
Everyone who has those has the same story. And
Yeah,
it's
I
exactly that. Nobody has ever ordered any of those fucking things sober.
No, one day they showed up and I was like, oh, cool. And then like 3 weeks later, like a bonus DVD showed up and I'm like, yeah.
And that shit took true dedication too, because it wasn't just like Amazon or eBay where it's like one click and you're done.
Yeah.
Like, you had to call an actual fucking phone number.
Oh, you call the number. They try to sell you 20 other products too. Somehow I dodged all that and just got the Hollywood Hotties. I don't know how. I don't remember making the call. I really don't. I don't remember ever making the call. I just know they showed up at the house one night, and I must have been like, I guess I figured I must have done this one night.
The only thing I've ever done was like I was talking about, just said Amazon. I was drunk one night and I was absolutely fucking obliterated. I had a card that I linked to my Amazon account, and I apparently clicked the wrong thing because I ended up the next morning with on my Kindle like the cheesiest of all cheesy romance novels, which is either a mistake on my end because I was drunk, or it was just like my inner conscience was trying to give me what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it happens, you know. I mean,
and I can't fucking delete the thing because it stays in the cloud.
Damn.
I don't want it. Like, I want to delete it and it won't let me.
No, you don't.
I don't, but I pretend that I want to delete it.
See?
I should fucking read it one day. I paid for the damn thing.
Maybe you should.
It was only like $3, but still, it was like, why? How the fuck did that happen?
No, yeah. It's somehow there's a way to delete it from the cloud. I mean, you know, you could just, you know, go and Google, but how to delete app from cloud.
Well, if I wanted to read something, I would just read that.
Good. Okay, there you go. See, I'm getting you right back into reading it now.
Yeah. The truth comes out, I guess. You're tricky. See, this is all these cop shows you watch. It was a line of questioning that got me to admit that I'm into this whole Fabio scene.
Yeah.
See? Method to my madness. Always.
That's it.
You guys are hardcore.
Eric, anything you want to just confess on the show by any chance?
No, I haven't bought anything drunk yet.
Okay, give it time. We'll come back to this another day.
I do like the yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm. I trust me. There was many nights I'm surprised I didn't buy something. That's how bad I was at times. I mean, the bar was just so close to. I mean, I walked home. I just stumbled home many nights. But good times.
Oh, sure.
Good times. So, all right, I'm trying to figure out where we should go from there. And speaking of good times, should we get into the Charlotte thing?
Yes, I was about to bring that up. Thank you, Bob.
No problem. Actually, you sent me all the articles as it was kind of going on. This Charlotte thing, I gotta say, in reading all these reports, I think some of them are a little exaggerated. I think some of it might be true. I think some might be a little exaggerated.
She could just shoot on me at work.
I don't know. Maybe not. Let me just say one thing. I certainly don't think Charlotte is leaving WWE. Let's not even bring that up. I really don't.
At least not anytime soon.
No. She ain't going nowhere.
Unless she got fired. Like that.
Well, and if her boyfriend keeps tweeting "F you WWE," they might not give a shit what a fucking queen she is. I mean, they just might not. But I guess this all started when they decided, with the draft coming up, that Becky and Charlotte were going to switch belts. Turns out Charlotte...
I can't believe they did that.
Well, I mean, it's not like they haven't done it before. They did it with the fucking tag titles.
Yep, they sure did.
Yes, it's lazy. I get it. It's lazy. I know it is. It's stupid. I know. But it's WWE. So it's like, what the fuck do you expect to happen? So I guess Charlotte was pissed off about it, wanted to drop the title to Bianca Belair. Apparently, Charlotte is a huge Bianca Belair fan. Not surprising. Really not surprising. Athletic, beautiful. Pretty much, Bianca and Charlotte are very comparable, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
So I could see her being a fan of Bianca Belair. So I guess this all started. They did it anyway, and I guess Charlotte dropped the belt accidentally. We're being told it was an accident, right, guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I watched it. I didn't see anything out of ordinary.
No, and she didn't. I mean, but then Becky threw the belt, which I assume, which they're saying was not planned. So it obviously caused a little brouhaha backstage. I guess Charlotte was escorted out of the arena that night. One of the rumors was that Sonya Deville was like ready to fight Charlotte. I wouldn't fuck with Sonya. She's MMA trained.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Charlotte might be athletic and maybe can do a hell of a cartwheel, but I don't know about getting away from Sonya if she grabs you.
Oh no.
I mean, if she grabbed me, I wouldn't try to get away either way. But I mean, even if she would be repelled by my penis. But that's neither here nor there. She'd be repelled by anyone's penis, not just mine, by the way, guys. All right, calm down, by the way.
She'd be repelled into the air because mine's so big.
Oh, God.
That's propelled. Smart.
Well, it almost worked.
She can put me in an armbar. I don't care.
A third armbar. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, I see where you're going there, Smug. She wouldn't. She wouldn't. Anyway, like I said, some of this seems a little exaggerated. I guess it was proven that she was escorted out of the arena. Maybe she was screaming and yelling, and I think they kind of did it as a preventative thing just to not have anything go down. Or, come on, anyone backstage now breaks out phones. I don't care who you are. They might have just been like, just leave. We don't need any of this, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. I don't know. And I'm kind of glad that we're doing this now because more has come out on this story, obviously. I mean, and you know, like I said, Charlotte's not going anywhere. But Sonya Deville reportedly was mad enough to fight Charlotte. And it looks like more people were also pissed at Charlotte. And again, this is all just going by. PW Insider is one of them that I'm reading here via Dirt Sheet Radio. And it's saying that people in Charlotte's circle that were privately pushing for the idea, trying to get her out of her WWE deal, but realistically, no one expects that to happen. That part I don't believe. I don't believe anyone was telling her to get out of her WWE deal. No. I don't believe that at all.
Do you think she wants to leave?
I don't think so. She wouldn't make half the money she's making right now in AEW. And truthfully, what are they going to do? Go in there and just propel her above Britt Baker and everyone who's pretty much built that women's division? They don't need a Charlotte there. They really do not. No. They do not need her.
Baker's their shot.
Britt Baker is, as far as I'm concerned, Britt's better than Charlotte.
Yeah.
I still say Charlotte.
She has the charisma. She has the look. She has everything.
At this point, Charlotte just looks like Cher, as you've seen from the pictures going around the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said Charlotte was overrated.
I'll drink to that.
How
about
you, Smart? You drink to that?
Sure. I think it would be kind of funny if they did the old rope-a-dope with her, just kind of pulled the wool over her eyes. Just they offer her some money and they give her some promises and she ends up going and then they just end up jobbing her out. It's like, all right, well, week 1 you're losing to the bunny, but it's gonna get better because
you lose to the bunny. Okay, now you're losing to Layla Hirsch. Okay, there you go. Which
so does Tyler.
Oh, I think in a real fight, I think Layla Hirsch would whoop that ass.
Oh, yeah, I do too. Yeah, little Layla would tie her right up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because and it is what it is. It obviously isn't work, but she was fucking throwing Camille around like she was nothing.
Yeah, she's a strong little chick.
Mm-hmm.
And she's Russian.
So
that's it.
Go ahead, Eric.
Do they count this as a title reign for Charlotte? So is she like a 15-time champion now, or whatever she is now?
I think she's on 12 or 13, Smart.
I can look it up. I think they stopped counting the NXT reigns.
They do.
But yes, you would have to, because her name would be put in the lineage. That was part of why people were getting so upset, is they trade the belts and then you're written into the lineage of the title. You're the next champion for all intents and purposes. Even though you didn't win, your name is still listed amongst the people who did. So I guess it does technically count as an additional reign.
Well, yeah, but they're kind of doing with Charlotte, in my opinion, what's pissing off some people is the fact that what they do with her is they do the same formula every single time. She'll get the title, she'll lose the title, she'll take a break, she'll come on back, and she'll get right back in the title picture. Then they hot shot her the title, then she loses the title, then she takes a break, then she comes back, then they hot shot her into the title practice, then she gets the title again, and they give her another reign. And then you see where I'm going here, the pattern?
Right.
Yeah. It's the same 4 women, or 5 women, if you count Bailey. When she comes back, Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, Bailey, and Bianca in a way.
Right.
I guess Bianca It's replacing Bailey right now. It's a Bailey.
Yeah, but two of them right now are going over to Raw. Isn't Bianca and Becky going to Raw, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to break up the SmackDown monotony a little bit. I guess we'll see what happens on Friday night.
That's the funniest part about all this is like, it's they were put into a position where this would happen because they did not account for a draft that they themselves rig. It's not a fucking shoot draft. Like, they could have decided that anybody could have gone anywhere, and they still somehow fucking booked themselves into a corner. And then they said, well, we don't want the person on the red brand having the blue belt, and we don't want the person on the blue band having the red belt. We color code our belts. That's equally fucking stupid. So we got to make sure that the belts are properly aligned to their color representative brand. So it's just like fucking, it's all silly. They ended up setting this up and putting themselves in a position where this shit could go awry, and awry it went. And I don't think it was a work at the time, but it will be now, because this is the most relevant they've been in a couple of weeks, and this is the most people have been interested in talking about them in a couple of weeks. Even, and despite the fact that they did that Saudi show, apparently was a lot better than most people expected. I didn't personally watch it, but it was receiving some praise, and then like less than 24 hours later, everybody's talking about this like big thing that happened on SmackDown. So they're going to turn it into an angle very sort of haphazardly and heavy-handedly, and I don't see it being a good angle, but it's definitely going to become one now.
Do you know? Do you literally know what they could have done?
What's that?
Let me tell you what they could have done, and no one would have complained. What you do is before the draft, like right before the draft takes place, is quietly, with no cameras around backstage, they just walk out with the right titles. That's it. They just walk out with the right titles. You don't have to do it on television. You don't have to fucking say, change titles on TV. No, you just literally do it backstage. They walk out. They have, one's got the Raw, one's got the SmackDown, and it's okay now. Everything is copacetic. No one needed to know. Social media doesn't have to go fucking nuts. And that's it. It's done. It's over with.
Yep.
Wouldn't that have been just, I know it's simple, it's logical, and it makes sense. That's why they didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Here's another one. They could have just merged titles to have one women's champion. Since the women's division is such a 4-5 women division anyway. They don't use anybody else.
Yes and no. I think that they should. But the pitfall to this idea is that if you have the women's title merged and you don't have the men's title merged, people are going to be bitching just endlessly about it, which I think you should just have both of them merged. Like, there's no point in two champions at this point. Like, you're barely ever like putting it on somebody who wouldn't have it anyways. So the point of having two different champions, one for each show, doesn't give people who wouldn't have otherwise won outside of like a Kofi Kingston, they're not getting their chances anyway.
And the business side downfall to that is the more belts you have, the more fake belts you can sell to children. And if you combine one, that's less belts you can sell to children and belt collectors. And every belt you make is another one you get to recreate and merchandise. So it's a merchandise.
I think it's kind of you to say that they're selling them to children.
Well, I said and belt collectors.
Okay.
Whoever.
Does that count Omega?
Whoever. Well,
whoever. Omega buys a fake Universal and WWE Championship, brings it on AEW, just has their own promotion championship.
Weird guys that were wearing their belts over their shoulder on Thunderdome. Those are who
I do like the idea of like Kenny Omega buying WWE Wrestling Club belts and just like sneaking outside and going to the mailbox and grabbing them like in disguise. Like he's like trying to hide it, like he bought like fucking like porn. He doesn't want his wife to know. He's just fucking full on trying to sneak in the 24/7 belt without being noticed.
You bought another one.
He went to IC.
Man, someone should make
went in IWGP.
Someone should make a hotline for that.
Speaking
All right. Oh, go ahead, Eric.
Speaking of the IWGP, did you hear the news about Okada trying to bring back some original? I saw a little bit of it, but I don't know the whole story. I don't know if either one of you.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. Maybe we can.
I saw the photo with him. I guess he's bringing back the original design. I don't know if they're going to honor the original lineage or whatever. I haven't been keeping up after the G1, but apparently he's bringing back the original New Japan belt, the IWGP belt.
Cool.
Okay.
Which is interesting because we were talking about it last week that they were doing the finals. Mm-hmm. And for the G1 climax that they do, and we don't really talk about New Japan that much, so it's not going to be a long thing, but the first night of the G1 climax opened with one of their bigger guys, Naito, getting injured, and then the finals ended with Kota Ibushi getting injured. So basically it'd be like, imagine if like they did the King of the Ring tournament, and then like on night one Orton gets injured, and on like at the end of the show like Bobby Lashley gets injured. They were like, they have a fucking terrible run of luck.
Oh my
God. The finals had to end like shortly. There was only like, I know it sounds crazy that 20 minutes, but they were 20 minutes in, and those things usually go for fucking ever. Bushi hit a moonsault, and he basically just, his shoulder just exploded.
Ooh,
Jesus, man,
landed on his arm, and it just.
That fucking company is snake bit, dude.
They angered some fucking deity. I don't know who they bad, but they've had just the worst luck of any company in the last like 2 years.
Somebody pissed off the Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
That's a joke, everybody. Oh, come on, calm down. Just a joke.
It's actually not, though, because back in the day, it was very true.
I heard that was more FMW and all those companies.
Yeah, I think it was FMW. FMW, the Yakuza was an FMW, and from what I've heard, the cartel kind of has an influence over Lucha Libre too, to some extent. But
I'm not going any further.
I mean, that's Jack Evans talked about it a little bit, but listen, so it's like not just me making shit up.
I'm in Texas. I'm not going to talk about cartels. Okay, shut up.
Fair enough. I don't know.
Not going to do it around here. All right.
You guys said they've been snake bit for the last 2 years. Isn't it ironic since AEW started that they've been snake bitten the guys that left?
I think there's, I wouldn't say that. I would say COVID really got them because they've had a much bigger problem over there than we have here over in the United States. So I would say COVID really got them. And then every time they try to come back, some of their biggest stars will test positive for COVID, and then they'll try to come back again, and the same thing will happen. Then they finally make it back. And like Smart said, 2 of their biggest guys got hurt on night 1, you said, right?
Well, on night 1, Naito got he blew out his MCL or ACL, one of the knee-related parts. So he's going to be out for a couple of months. Bushi got injured on the finals. So, it was bookended by big injuries to big stars.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, I wouldn't say AEW taking some talent had anything to do with it. Because, I mean, let's face it, really the only guy they got was Kenny Omega. They really didn't take any more talent from New Japan that mattered. Did they? Really? Did they?
I mean, some of the people that they were using, because, I mean, they were using the Bucks, too. They were using Cody, too. Well, some of them. But, I mean, for the most, a lot of their in-house guys still, stayed there. It was just some of the Americans that they were bringing in.
I can't wait to get to Cody later. We'll have fun with that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, obnoxious little fuck. Anyway. Let's get into one quick. You know what? I'll save that for right before we do. I might as well do this real quick. Jim Ross went ahead and made a little announcement. He announced that he has been diagnosed with skin cancer on his ankle. It looks like he. By the way, it's bandaged. It looks like he had the old punch biopsy done, which literally they take a little circle razor blade. I've seen it happen. They did it to my wife. It was awful. You ever seen a cigar punch, either one of you, where you punch the bottom of a cigar?
I think so.
No.
It's literally it's a razor, done into a circle, and you just punch it, and it puts a little hole in the cigar. An expensive cigar, not those blunt cigars. You know the difference.
How dare
right?
you?
Hey.
Yeah, well, I know one end of that difference. I've never smoked a cigar in my life.
Oh, well, I've smoked many blunt cigars and some expensive ones. The expensive ones.
I guess I've spent many days with the Swisser Sweets.
Well, I worked in a cigar shop when I first moved here, so you can't blame me.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but
Those
literally.
are pretty cool. I have seen some of these before. Seems like you'd be able to kind of, I don't know, like carry it as a weapon if you needed to.
You could, but it's literally a circle razor blade. It's the same thing they do to your leg. They put it in and they get a little hole out of your leg, and then they do that. Now, Sean, last I saw, Duggan was doing just fine. He was out of the hospital. Last picture we all saw, he was thumbs up in the hospital. Said he was feeling great. So just to.
I think Jake put that out on Twitter that he was doing good.
Yeah. So Hacksaw, let's not worry about Hacksaw right now. But Jim, I'm not going to really worry about Jim. Skin cancer it can spread the same way, but it looks like hopefully they caught it early, and it looks like he might need a little radiation done. But we'll see what happens with Jim. Jim's pretty strong, so
yes, he is.
He's taken enough shit in his life. He doesn't need much more, but seems like he's in fine spirits. He looks like he took a picture on a plane. That looks like a airplane magazine by his leg to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, are those Jordans he has on, by the way? It looks like Jordans.
Yeah. Are we getting to the point where Jordans are going to jump the shark?
I don't know.
Because like when Punk was wearing them, I was like, I don't know about this. And then if you got like Jim Ross out here wearing Jordans too, it's like, I don't know.
Well, they actually look like an off-brand. It looks more like a coat hanger than legs. So I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what to do with that picture right there. So anyway, good luck to Jim Ross. Hope he's doing all right. He said he's feeling great and ready to attack. So it sounded like he was in good spirits tonight. I'm not gonna worry about him, but good luck to him. I hope he beats this one.
Best wishes to him.
What was that?
I said best wishes to Jim Ross.
Absolutely. All right. I've got one more real quick that I'll get into, and then we got a few more that you guys can get into, and we've got obviously the ROH thing that we're all going to get into. Real quick, I think Eric might have sent me this one too, but I had it pulled up either way. Greg Hamilton, ring announcer Greg Hamilton for WWE, has been released. I guess he got into a little argument with rapper Westside Gunn. Smart, you ever?
Yeah, he's kind of on the come up, as the kids like to say. But yeah, he's been making some waves for himself. He's kind of more so affiliated with like AEW because I guess he's a Buffalo guy, so he's like kind of friends with that whole sect of people. Butcher, Blade, Bunny, those people.
Well, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess it is important what I mean by those people in regards to that.
If you didn't say it, I wouldn't even have caught it. Just so you know,
words are important sometimes. Yes,
it is important that you did that. You clarified. Very good.
Yeah, he's Buffalo. He's a Buffalo guy. I wanted to make sure, but
all right. Well, turns out, what do I call this guy? West Side. I feel like I'm talking about
Mr. Westside. Yeah, he's part of the Gun Club. It's Billy, Austin, and Westside.
Feels like West Side Story I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He'll come up. Anyway, Westside Gunn, I guess, used Greg Hamilton's voice in one of his songs. Didn't give him credit. Didn't do anything. And it appears that Greg Hamilton threatened the WWE lawyers on Westside. So I don't think WWE took too happy to that. Like, are you paying for Mr. McDevitt? Because he's on retainer to us, and you don't want to know that fucking retainer. Okay. So I got a feeling they kind of just said, well, you're on your own now, bitch.
It's kind of funny how the last two people have threatened to use their high-powered lawyers are no longer with the company. Because Mark Henry tried to flex the lawyers too, and he's going.
You don't threaten to use a company lawyer. You know why? He's not your lawyer. He's not. He is the company's lawyer put on retainer by the stockholders and mainly fucking Vince McMahon.
Holy shit. So I searched Greg Hamilton here because I was hoping that he was going to be from like New York or somewhere so I could say that this was a classic West Side, East Side thing. Unfortunately, he's from Ohio, so it doesn't work. Thanks for fucking me, Mr. Greg Hamilton. But I posted the link here.
Well, West Side
of his
West Side, Mid Side.
And that doesn't work. It's not. It can't be an East Side West Side thing anymore. But I didn't realize this about him. But if you look at him, and I posted the link here in the Mixler, he looks like a fucking stock photo from like he's one of the people that they would include in like a workplace diversity like poster.
Dude, that's a glamour shot.
Oh wow,
that's a glamour shot. Stop it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've seen that, but come on, we've all.
He's like literally, if you just like, if somebody says the phrase generic white guy, he is exactly what you would think of.
Yeah, but you know what? He had the little thing for a while. He would say one fall. The crowd would say one fall back to him. And then they told him to stop because he was getting over. And I mean, God forbid anyone get over. WWE doesn't want to get over. That doesn't happen.
I mean, honest to God, I had no idea who this guy was.
Really? He was the one. He would go one fall, and the crowd would say it with him, and say it back to him. You don't remember that?
I mean, I remember the one fall thing because that took over. Yeah, that took over the Indies too.
I did for a while, but yeah, that was him.
I don't remember him. I didn't even know who it was.
Well, because they didn't show it. They didn't show it a
child.
lot. They didn't show it a lot. You had to see it on fan video. For the dark.
I mean, yeah,
matches.
that's part of the thing is they don't really talk about like the referees or the commentators or the announcers.
No, speaking of referees, though, I do want to say I saw the post that Edge put out about Jessica Carr in Saudi. Let me just. I mean, what Edge said was absolutely amazing. It was great. It was cool. Let me just say one word that I would use for Edge. Class. That was a classy thing to do. A very, very thoughtful thing to say. I mean, not many people think about those because they don't mention the referees. They don't give the referees shit for credit like they used to. I got to tell you, I used to like when they used to announce the referees. I used to like the refs getting involved. The refs are as much of the part of the match as the wrestlers are, sometimes more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why they don't want the refs to have any fucking clout, any fucking time, anything at all. I think it's stupid. I think it's a petty little bullshit thing. And the refs never take any heat away from. And you know what? If the refs are taking heat away from one of your talents, guess whose fault that is? The talent. Not the fucking ref. There you go. Work on that instead. Blame the right person. Anyway, I mean, Charles Robinson's the only referee that they really ever put over as anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's, Little Nate, which they're probably, I don't think they've mentioned him very much lately as Little Nate.
Right.
You never know. Hey, I'll tell you what, I could see WWE just literally replacing Ric Flair's picture with Little Nate at some point. Because,
It's funny that you say that because, like, we're going to get into the whole Ring of Honor thing in a little while here. But I was sitting here thinking, I was like, AEW is probably going to sign Ric Flair until this Dark Side of the Ring episode came out. Mm-hmm. So you got a perfect workaround now. You just have fucking Jay Lethal come out as Ric Flair, and everything's fine.
There you go. Have Jay Lethal do Ric Flair's apology. And then like a year later, just bring in Ric Flair, and they can have another woo-off. God, that was some of the best Impact. That was some of the best Impact television right there. Jay Lethal.
I like how we will, when this is over, we will have spent more time eulogizing Impact than Ring of Honor.
Well,
I was like, you guys remember when Impact was good? It's like, yeah, but they're still alive. They will never die, no matter what.
I know they're cockroaches. I know they are.
Mm-hmm.
When China finally fires that big hypersonic missile at us and it hits, Impact will be left, and that's it. And roaches.
Exactly. It'll be Impact. There'll be 2 wrestlers. There'll be Eric Young. He'll look like he's 300 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the other wrestler would be. Probably like Amazing Red or something. And then like fucking Green Lantern fan will be the only other person alive, and he'll be chanting, "This is awesome."
Somehow Hulk Hogan will survive. I don't know how, but he will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Luckily, I probably won't be around to see it. So, all right. Once again, just keeping this show all happy and chipper, aren't we, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys got a few things that you sent over. Whoa. Who? What? Where? Why? Whoa.
Loud audio pop there. I don't know who or why or what, but it happened.
I didn't hear it.
I heard it.
And I got headphones on.
Way to brag.
Oh, excuse me. Well, my son broke my good pair, so I've got my old pair on.
Mr. Big Shot here that's got headphones.
Yeah. Can't believe my son broke my pair of fucking Skull Candy. Anyway. Well, these are Skull Candy too, but they're like old.
Nice.
They're very old. I like new headphones. So anyway.
Oh, damn.
I use a new pair of headphones every show. Okay.
You just fucking discard them like the ones that they give you on the planes.
Oh, those things are the worst.
Fucking Beats by Dre into the garbage.
I would never spend that much on a pair of fucking headphones. I do like you do need a good pair of cans when you're doing the broadcasting thing, though. I like having the good pair, so it helps. It helps. I've tried buds. I can't do earbuds because it fucked with my ear, and with the cluster headaches, it actually starts to give me a cluster headache.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I use earbuds.
Yeah, I can't. I would rather not die on the show. I mean, I wouldn't literally die, but you would think I was. So, all right. I guess we can move on a little bit from there since we've bounced to so many different things. But all right, Smark, do you have anything else?
I had one thing here, I believe. So I guess if we're talking about fucking uplifting topics, how about we go with stage parents, huh? That'll be fun.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't know how many people are watching NXT less and less every week, but if you've noticed, old MSK over there has been getting booed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Detective Meltzer got to the bottom of this. He strapped on his newsman fedora, had the little fucking camera, the flashbulb camera, got his little the pen and pad ready. So he's gotten to the bottom of this. He says, quote,
Yeah, go ahead.
got a couple of versions of the story going on. Let me try to stop making fun of him and actually read what he wrote. I got a couple of versions of the story, but the version going on is basically correct. I think the short version of it, rather than go into big details, because Meltzer never fucking babbles, big details of people say in line, is that there are people there, including the parents of Izzy, who are mad because in 2018, Zachary Wentz, before he was Nash Carter, when he was an independent wrestler, and others, this is unnecessary, but including Lance Storm and Chelsea Green, made comments that were negative about Izzy taking a chokeslam at an independent wrestling show when she was 13. So Carter shows up at NXT and her parents start the crowd to go against him. That is actually what he wrote. So Carter shows up at NXT and her parents start the crowd to go against him. And they got a lot of friends, and I'm hearing myself echo, and everyone knows everyone.
You're okay.
Here's like 200 people there, and they're pretty much all invited, and it's the same people every week. It's enough of these people that they're booing them. They're going to boo NXK. That's their deal. So that's the basic story on why he keeps just like reiterating the same thing. It's not like it's some organic thing. It was enough people that they can boo because it's such a small building.
Okay. Okay. I'd really like to ask the parents, was the problem the fact that she took a choke slam? Is that what, and people had an opinion on it, which I hate to tell these parents, people are allowed to have a differing opinion. And if a seasoned wrestler decides that maybe that's not right, then maybe you should listen to him. And or was it the fact that Effie has had some pretty, how do I say this, Mark? Effie's had some allegations made against him, right?
Not to be a total
I think
dick,
so.
but where does he factor in on this?
Where what?
I'm saying not to be a dick, but like, where does he factor in on this?
Hasn't he had some allegations of doing stuff with children?
That's what you said, but like, the main thing that we were talking about here was with them booing, fucking what's his name, Carter.
Well, no,
from
I'm just
MSK.
I'm actually bringing that up to just say, but it's kind of ridiculous that the parents are doing this. To be honest with you, I think this is kind of childish and stupid and ridiculous. I think this is not really a way to teach your child. Meanwhile, Izzy is doing stuff with other companies right now, not caring about NXT, and all the other people that are just jumping on the train. Bah. I've said the NXT fans are sheep, and I'm still sticking with it. I think this is a little ridiculous. I think these parents are being petty. People are allowed to have an opinion differing yours. It's not like they made fun of Izzy. If I remember the comments, they were all worried about her.
Yeah, it seemed like the general consensus was like, yeah, this probably isn't the safest thing for a 13-year-old to be doing.
Exactly.
And they're like, how dare you?
I know. How dare you say that I mean, I don't think any of them, not that I remember, said that they were endangering the child or anything like that. I don't think anyone blamed the parents. I basically think that they were all just worried about a 13-year-old taking a move like that. Right. But, and again, I know Effie has had some, I know that got brought up. I remember this whole thing going down. I just think it's a little ridiculous for the parents to do this. If this is true, Meltzer has been wrong once or twice in his life.
Yeah.
A week, a day. Anyway. I think it's a little ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. That makes sense because he was the one that chokeslammed her. I was asking you where this was going with the Effie thing, but he was the one that chokeslammed her. So that's what I was trying to figure that out. That's my bad.
You did read the article.
Well, I read the Meltzer one.
Oh,
because I was reading I'm seeing the Wrestling Inc. one here, but there were two separate articles. It was Meltzer from Wrestling Observer talking about it,
and the one I sent you over, too. I forget, it was on both of our lists. Yes, that was it. One spot blew up Twitter at the time, and it was the Effie spot where he chokeslammed her. You thought I was just going all over the place, didn't you?
I did. I was like, yeah, you're right, but like, where is this leading? Because I thought you just misheard what I was saying. So I was like, there's a weird communication breakdown.
You thought I was high and just got all fucked up. No. I did have a point there. But yeah, I really think if her parents are leading this effort, I think it's a little childish. I think it's pretty stupid, and I mean, yeah, look, you can do what you want. You want to get a whole bunch of people to boo him. But I hate to say, it ain't going to do nothing. What's it going to do? Oh, you're booing him on television. Who cares? They booed Roman Reigns for fucking 2.5 years. No one gave a shit. Yeah. They still shoved him down your fucking throat. They're not going to change their plans because you're booing. Sorry. And I'm not trying to be an asshole to these parents or nothing, but I hate to tell these parents, but grow up. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is. Because more than anything, it's just like we never really talked about her on the show, but there's like this weird, like, it's all kind of weird. Like, I don't want to shit on her because she's just a person who likes wrestling and just whatever. She's a kid being a kid. But, like, there's the like, kind of environment around her, like the stage parenting that her parents are apparently doing. Because I was seeing a lot of shit coming out after this that were talking about, like, how her parents are always insistent that they're sitting on, like, in the same place at the arena every time. And, of course, obviously, they're all in front of the camera. And there's, like, this concentrated effort of just, like, formulating the social media post and all this of like, make this video on this day at this time, wearing this shirt, whatever, like this whole idea of trying to make her into like a viral sensation or whatever, that kind of thing. That's creepy. And then, like, the sort of people, like, I feel like, personally, if you're an adult and you are following a child on social media that you are not directly related to, you are a fucking weirdo.
I can't deny that at all. But keep going if you're unless you're.
I mean, that's pretty much it. It's just like it's just a weird thing because I read some of these things and it's like there's these people that are formulating all these like thoughts and opinions and shit on this like person that is under 18 at the moment. I think she was saying she was 12 in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
She's not even an adult yet. It's just weird that people have such strong opinions. There's people coming out against her and her family, people coming out in support of her and her family. It's weird.
Well, I mean, I'm in support of her. Like, I mean, she's doing great right now. She's doing stuff with WoW, with AJ Lee or AJ Mendez, whatever you want to call her. Doing stuff with her on that show and doing stuff with WoW. She's had stuff to do with some more indies in the meantime. She's doing fine. I got no issues with her at all. I think her parents might want to lead by her example.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to find the comments because everybody has the story, but nobody has the comments that originally.
Some of them have probably been deleted. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let me see. Where are we at? I haven't even looked at Mixer. Oh, we're not doing that bad. We are forced to do less than 3 hours now, though, which is good. I'm glad. Which is good. We've been on. We haven't done a 3-hour show in I think almost a year at this point. But yeah, that's where I am on that. Eric, you got anything on that whole thing?
No, I think you're right. I think the parents need to butt out.
Yeah, I think this is just it's a waste of time. Like I said, the WWE doesn't care what the reaction is. They're going to push them the way they push them. The crowd will either keep doing it, or eventually they're going to get sick of it and realize it's not making a damn difference, and they're just going to start cheering again.
Yep.
That's it. Or they decide to, maybe NXT decides to go on the road and get away from those people. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But
maybe they'll ban them.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty crazy. Like Smart said, it's just a weird situation with her. But I got no ill will towards her. I think she's doing great for herself, and there's really nothing you can say you can say about that. Nothing bad you can say about it. So I think it's funny. Smart thought I was getting all high and just going out on a fucking limb there.
I was really curious. I was like, because I had read the story and he started talking about Effie, and I was like, what does he have to do with anything?
I was like,
I wasn't out here trying to like throw my coat over a puddle for the man, but I was just like, how does he factor into this? I thought I had lost the thread.
I was wondering why you were asking me so baffled sounding. I'm like, did you not read the? Oh, this is a different article. It didn't mention Effie. Okay.
Yeah, I read the article that I sent. I just didn't know that we both had the same article lined up there.
Oh, we didn't. We didn't.
Yeah, it was the same topic, different articles.
Right, exactly. So, all right, what else we got here? Eric had one that he sent me a while ago, but we'll tie that into AEW and shitting on Meltzer, or on Cody. I think we can actually, hey, we're going to be very fair about how we shit on Cody, I promise.
We'll see.
I promise. I didn't promise for Smart. He can say whatever the fuck he wants.
I promise nothing.
So let's get into the ROH thing, guys, and then I guess we'll jump into AEW after that and then wrap up here. So everything's going fine. It's a nice day out this afternoon. Suddenly, late afternoon, we get some things start going on Facebook, and I start seeing people posting, and I see this thing for ROH. Now, apparently, and talk about it getting a few different stories, there's a few little updates on this. Apparently, ROH has released everyone from their contracts. The releases are effective at the end of the year. If a contract goes beyond that, they are paid up until March 31st. So, come April Fool's Day, it ain't no joke. I guess I think this is the statement from ROH. I'll read this real quick if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
Throughout the pandemic, our top priority was to keep everyone healthy and safe. And despite not producing any live events over 18 months, we were able to keep everyone fully contracted. We now find ourselves at a time where we need to make changes to our business operations and are planning a pivot for Ring of Honor with a new mission and strategy. The year will culminate with a final battle in December, and we will be taking the first quarter of 2022 to work internally to reimagine ROH. I don't like that word. ROH has the most dedicated fans in the industry. I don't know about that. And we used to be.
I would kind of agree with that. If you were still a Ring of Honor fan in 2021, right. You are dedicated.
You're right. And we appreciate their loyalty and patience as we reconceptualize ROH. I didn't think I was going to get that one out. We anticipate returning to live events in April for the Supercard of Honor with a new fan-focused product and provide a unique experience for ROH fans. Hashtag ROH 2.0. No, I'm sorry. That was me. I made that up. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
I did see a bunch of people clamoring for somebody to Photoshop like the NXT paid scheme onto the Ring of Honor logo, and it hasn't happened yet. But I'm hopeful.
Yeah, the hashtag was all me, folks. Don't get mad at anyone else but me for that one. Now,
Vince bought ROH.
Well, good God. No, now remember, they were owned by Sinclair, which, honestly, Sinclair probably has more money than Vince McMahon, to be honest with you. They could probably buy WWE, to be honest. But from what everyone is saying, this is more of a Sinclair decision. So, and now, there have been, one reason I'm glad this story came out early in the afternoon or mid to late afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. We've gotten more to the story as the day has gone by. Let's see here. It was, one I have here says, clarification on ROH roster being released is not totally true. Talents had a Zoom meeting with the company. If their contracts end at the all right, we did that at the end of the year. If their contract go beyond January 1st, they will stay. So they're gonna be staying, like that did say, until March 31st. Now, supposedly there's a whole nother TV. Fightful is reporting that the ROH COO, Joe Koff, told the talent they had multiple meetings trying to fight for ROH, but ultimately Sinclair made the call, which I just said. Talent was told there was some type of TV show that will be in place after Final Battle, but weren't told what that would be. So, this is a little confusing if you think about it. They're getting rid of all their talent, but they're not getting rid of all their talent. But all their talent is released after March, but they're still going to have a TV show come April.
Brand new guy.
From what I've read, am I missing anything there that I'm I should be confused, right, guys?
Yeah,
I'm confused.
Okay.
Are they going to bring like new guys in from somewhere that we don't know?
I don't know. I mean, apparently they're working on a new show. Apparently they're doing some sort of reimagining thing. I'm not quite sure exactly. I mean, ROH was sort of a niche kind of thing anyway. I mean, you know, it was its own thing. It shook hand before the matches. It was supposed to be all that kind of stuff. And this brings up some talent that they've had under contract. I would say
forever.
I would say Jay Lethal would be the wild card for any company to go after at this point. I don't know if I'm being crazy about that, but Jay Lethal, I would think, would be someone everyone needs to be clamoring to go after.
Yep. And the Briscoe brothers, who have been there since the beginning.
Briscoe brothers have been showing up at GCW. I could see the Briscoe brothers going over to an AEW. Briscoe brothers, AEW doesn't care what those guys look like. They don't give a shit.
I don't know. Like, they should. But I mean, people were fucking having temper tantrums over something, what Excalibur said during a promo one time. And the stuff that Jay Briscoe said, it's still out there. Like, I don't feel like he should continue to be punished about it, but I could see people getting up in arms about that. In relation to Briscoe brothers, so like you said, they were at the GCW show that happened over the weekend. They won the tag team championships there, so they're probably going to be there for a little while. I would assume that they knew something was up, because they didn't, like we were talking about before, them showing up to companies is pretty rare, companies outside of Ring of Honor. So for them to just like up and show up at GCW was kind of out of character, but they might have known.
It sounds like they knew something. They might have known something was going on before everyone else did. Meanwhile,
even before this, PCO actually put out there earlier this month that after his deal with Ring of Honor is up, and I believe that's November for him, that GCW is going to be his home promotion. So like there might have been some writing on the wall here.
Yeah, I mean, and
you think they're working with GCW?
It's apparently supposed to be like his sort of default promotion. That's like where he's going to be doing the most of his shows next year.
Well, I mean, let's face it. That's kind of who jump-started his career.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
That whole Joey Janela's Spring Break, which was basically sponsored and put on by GCW.
Yeah.
Really sparked that match with him and Walter. God, that was such a good fucking match. That match with him and Walter really Did I say math with him? Match with him and Walter was fucking amazing, and it really did put PCO back on the map. It really put Walter obviously on the radar of WWE NXT, and I mean he's basically doing his own thing over there in NXT UK.
Yeah.
So I know he's not the champion over there anymore. I believe Dragunov is.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that guy's awesome too. Awesome. So I don't know, but this whole ROH thing is just very confusing at this point. I guess we'll have to hope more information comes out. More could have come out during the show, and I don't know it. We haven't looked, but.
And according to what Brian Alvarez was saying, is that they're, like you were saying, they're not expected to renew any of the contracts that are coming up. But he had said, and this was his understanding of it, so he might be off base on this, but companies, you can start negotiating to show up to other shows and work for other companies and whatnot. They put out a couple of little statements that there's people within the company that you can contact if you're trying to get bookings elsewhere right now. They also announced earlier today, like as this was going on, that Bandito was going to be doing some shows for GCW. He's pretty big in Ring of Honor right now. He's one of their bigger guys. So it's kind of starting already. The people are jumping off the ship.
Well, I've got their roster pulled up. Let's go through a few.
I personally, more than anything, I don't know, because I mean, I think there's going to be some people that they keep if they're going to still be doing a show.
Well,
probably for reduced prices, but
yeah. I mean, let's kind of go through and see. I mean, I'll
yeah.
It's not that long, really. I mean, there's I don't know about some of these people anyway. Adam Brooks, I don't know. Amy Rose, don't know. Angelina Love. You know what? I'll go through the people that I know. I'm not going to go through half of these people. Angelina Love, I can see her. She was part of the Beautiful People. I can see her going back to Impact.
Yeah.
I could see her back in Impact. Bandito. I think I just saw something with him showing up on AEW Dark or somewhere, maybe GCW.
Yeah, the GCW just announced him for some shows that they're going to be doing in like the Texas area.
Okay, it was GCW. All right. I got a bunch of guys here. Bateman, I've never heard of. Beer City Bruiser. Looks like Dick Murdoch had a kid, and he grew up very big. Brawler Milonis, Brian Johnson, never heard of. Brody King, heard the name, never really seen much from him.
Yeah.
All right, here's two. And I believe one is going to be a big jump after. Dalton Castle.
Yay.
What?
I was setting you up because I know the two names.
And Danhausen, definitely.
Ooh, there we go. See, we could have done that. Like, could have perfectly timed that.
Okay, you don't like Danhausen?
No, but I like Dalton Castle though, and I feel like I don't know. I hope that he gets a spot somewhere. I hope somebody gives him a shot.
I could see I could see Impact or MLW.
Now,
yeah, I could see one of those, but I don't know what his situation is though, because apparently he like fucked his back up numerous times. So I don't know what he's got left, but I would hope that he would go somewhere.
Yeah. Now here's another name that would be a good pickup for any company, just not only for his wrestling, but a lot of people have said this guy has a great mind for the business and is very creative. That's Delirious.
I don't know.
I could see him doing like a NXT trainer or something.
Yeah.
You don't think so? Or something
maybe
to
a
do.
trainer. I don't know, but like, I think as a wrestler, his days are, best days are kind of behind him. And I think maybe as a booker, that was kind of some of the problem that they started to get themselves into, was like, maybe he's not the best booker that there is out there.
Yeah. And you know,
I know that it was him, and they were also giving a lot of input to Bully Ray, and it seemed like people weren't really high on his decision-making ability either.
Yeah. Yeah. Now here's another guy I feel horrible for. You want to talk about, we were talking about in New Japan being snake bit? EC3.
He just got to ROH.
Oh my God, I feel
I
horrible.
really can't see any reason why AEW wouldn't sign him. Like, they were just talking about, they're signing fucking Tony Nese. Like, if you can look me in the eyes and say that Tony Nese has more to offer than EC3, I'm gonna just laugh in your face.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point there.
I could see EC3 back in Impact.
Maybe he could. Maybe he could
Honestly,
go back. Go ahead.
I know that they won't do it because it's a WWE thing and they don't want to take heat for like recycling their ideas. I would put him with fucking Danielson. Like, they had good chemistry together when they were in NXT with each other. He was pro.
Well, that was Daniel Bateman.
Yeah, this is true.
That wasn't. I mean, in that case, get. My God, how could I forget? Get Caitlyn back.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
She's looking freaky.
I could see EC3 and MLW too.
You know, he was doing some stuff with MLW. I could see him going all over there too. Maybe doing some stuff with them. But I mean, just got released.
NWA.
Maybe.
What are they doing? Are they still doing shows every week?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're on. Yeah. I think they're on like Fight or one of those subscription services.
Okay.
Who's the champion right now? It's
what's his name? Fucking Trevor Murdoch.
There you go. All right, here's another name that some people might be jumping here for. Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah.
Another good one people will be jumping for.
I could see him in NXT.
I could see maybe them trying to pick him up. Man, they've got a lot of people on their roster. Kenny King. King had his chance. Maria Manic. Ooh, Maria's not going very far. Maria Kanellis, she's not very liked. Mandy Leone, my God, she could go anywhere.
I like Maria. I've always said Maria.
I do, but she's just not very well liked in the WWE locker room.
I could see her going back. I don't know. She working in AEW as a manager.
I don't know. Could you see? I don't know. Maybe she.
I mean, if they're all friends, I don't know what their relationship status is. But if her and Mike Bennett are cool with the fucking Bucks and Cody, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw him a bone.
Yeah, and I mean they were already on Impact and they didn't do very well on there. But we talked about PCO already. PJ Black, formerly Justin Gabriel, man. You would think the problem with him.
Back in WWE.
No, the problem with him is he's a daredevil. He likes going out and doing shit and gets hurt doing it. You can't trust this guy not to jump out of a fucking plane on the weekend and come back missing a finger.
I think he missed like an entire season of Lucha Underground because he went base jumping or something and just blew out his leg.
Yeah.
Just really fucked himself up.
Exactly.
Then he's perfect for AEW then.
Maybe someone over there. Rhett Titus, man, a name that's been around the business for so long and really has just never gotten out of ROH. I don't even know where you would put a Rhett Titus. A good talent, just
NWA.
never, probably that's probably the only place he could go. Silas Young, there's another good one for someone to grab. I could, my God, if the Butcher ever, you could just give him the Butcher gimmick.
I could see him in NWA too, or MOW.
Let's see who else they got. We're on the last page, by the way, guys. That's really all that we really. Oh, cheeseburger. Nothing. No
Impact.
He did a little bit with GCW. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like he's doing. I guess he's doing the same gimmick in Ring of Honor. Is this like he's an egotistical heel now, which is kind of funny because the whole thing is that he's kind of a joke as it is. But
he's the world famous CB is really his name on here. But I still say out of this whole roster,
Jay Lethal.
I still say Jay Lethal is the wild card, the man, probably the one that everyone's going to be jumping to go for. I think I got to tell you, if he doesn't end up in NXT, I think they're missing out. How old is Jay Lethal?
I could see him back in Impact.
Oh, he's definitely past their. I don't know what the word for it is, but they don't sign anybody under like over 30 or whatever. He's past 30 for sure.
Yeah, but he's only 36. He's only 36, dude.
See, the thing about Jay Lethal is I'm not even shit talking him. I agree with you. He's got a lot to offer, but I think of the people that you just listed, they're going to work the hardest to try to keep him. So it's a matter of, does he want to go anywhere? Because I feel like if he wants to go somewhere else, somebody will definitely pick him up.
Yeah, they should.
Impact.
Yeah, go. Sure.
Please don't go back to him. They fucked him so bad. They literally just forgot about his contract being due. How do you forget about a guy who is literally doing some of the best stuff in your company? How do you forget that his contract is up and just not negotiate with him? How? What was?
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And that was right when Hulk Hogan was coming in, and Bischoff and Flair, and everybody was tweeting Hogan, and Hogan's like, "I'm on it, brother." Yeah, well, we see what happens when you're on something, brother.
I could see maybe Jay Lethal in New Japan. Would he work in New Japan?
I think he could. Yeah, he could be the juniors division there.
You could go anywhere. Jay Lethal could go anywhere, man. Such a good talent. So just great great on the mic, can do voices, can do this. He's a good talent and great in the ring. So
of that list, the only one that I thought that you left out, Roosh. He's going to be fine for himself. He's Andrade's friend. And I mean, he's a good wrestler too, boot. I'm not trying to fuck around. He's not like a fucking Marty Jannetty or Brutus Beefcake or anything. He's a legitimately good wrestler. But Andrade has been trying to like rally to get everybody that's like within his, no pun intended, inner circle in the company. Yeah. So he'll probably be there not too long from now.
Listen, you can say what you want about Marty Jannetty, but he is incredibly entertaining on Facebook. So fuck off.
Extremely entertaining. He was a good wrestler. He just did a lot of drugs.
It happens. I know the feeling.
You like what I have to say? Replace Jay Lethal. Replace Leo Rush with Jay Lethal.
Oh no! Don't do that. Don't
replace who with Jay Lethal? I'm sorry.
Leo Rush.
No, I'm saying get rid of Leo Rush and bring Jay Lethal in.
Okay. I thought you said put them together. No. Okay, no. Yeah, that's fine. But that just seems like replacing one black guy with another. It's not very nice of you, Eric. That's not.
I honest to God, I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm really disappointed that we never saw a spot where like New Day tried to do twin magic and it worked, and then they just like pointed at the referee and were like busted.
Kofi and Xavier. Just try. I mean, listen, if Xavier doesn't have the hair all freaked out, it could happen. That would be hilarious, dude. That'd be pretty risky in 2021.
Yeah, you can't do that now, but like fucking back when like 2016, we might have been able to get away with it.
Yeah.
Just, you know what? If they got Earl Hebner back, it would work better. I'm just saying. That was awful. I'm sorry. All right. I mean, not much more to do on the whole ROH thing. Honestly, all we can do is sit here and wait it out and see whose contract was up and see who they try to keep. They would be crazy not to keep Jay Lethal, since that's basically who they've been building their promotion around for a very long time at this point. Yeah. So I guess we'll see what kind of contract he has, but we'll just have to see what happens at the end of the year and go from there. It looks like they're probably letting people start working other places at this point. It doesn't look like they're going to hold anyone back, put them on a non-compete, or hold them back from going to make money somewhere else.
You know what I saw was an interesting question, and I don't know if it's logistically possible, but I was seeing people kind of like throw the question out there, and I'd pass it to you, gentlemen, with this. Do you think maybe AEW will try to make a run for the Ring of Honor tape library?
I jokingly put that in the comments that TK should buy ROH library.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt if they did. They had so many fucking like Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, even I think a little bit of like Young Bucks shit in there too.
Not if they're trying to keep their promotion going and looking for a new TV show. I don't think it'll be for sale. Number one, they may try, but I don't think it would happen. This is Sinclair. I mean, it's a fucking conglomerate. This isn't Tony Khan going up to some fucking indie owner. This is a big company he'd be going to.
He's not going to Ian Rotten with $5.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to fucking go there with a fucking hibachi barbecue and cook them hot dogs for their fucking library, you know? It'd be cool if he did. Just, hey, guys. Hey, Hebrew National. Come on. All beef.
Dang.
All beef.
Nice.
That's all I buy. Hebrew National.
Are they kosher? I feel like they are.
Maybe. They may be. I don't know. Honestly, my mom bought them when I was a kid. I buy them. I've been buying them since I was like fucking out on my own.
I mean, I would have guessed with the name Hebrew National, it almost have to be, but yeah, brand of kosher hot dogs.
There you go. There you go. I'll tell my kids they eat kosher.
There you go.
All right. Let's get into Dynamite. Then we can wrap this bad boy up because I still have to be up at 5:30 in the morning.
Damn.
It's going to be changing soon. Anyway, AEW Dynamite back on Wednesday nights. This isn't going to be.
Thank God.
Yeah, I definitely thank God. I got to tell you, I was kind of getting. It's. Well, I honestly wasn't watching. If it's on a weekend, I'm not going to watch. I'm just not going to.
I missed last Saturday too.
I got so.
I watched the Dynamite from Saturday. I didn't watch the one prior to it, but I watched this one.
What did I do Saturday? I did my show, and then there was no one here. I wrapped that bad boy up, and I got really drunk.
I forgot why I missed last Saturday. I was watching college football.
Oh, there you go. That's an important thing to do. And
you really didn't miss too much. The only thing that was kind of interesting that happened was they had the Lance Archer Eddie Kingston match. Archer did a moonsault and just landed square on his head. I thought that he did it as a work because it looked like he put his hand up to protect himself. So it looked like they were giving him like a worked injury as a reason to why he would have lost to Kingston.
Mm-mm.
But apparently it was not a work. Apparently he did fucked himself up.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's like long-term injury because they haven't mentioned anything, but apparently, stinger or something like that.
I did see that. It wasn't a stinger because he was up. He rolled back in the ring. He looked out on his feet. It looked like it. Yes, his arm did get down, but you got to remember what that fucking guy weighs, dude.
Right.
And it looked like his head went like in front of his, the bottom of his forearm. I don't know, the underarm, and just nailed the mat. He just. a guy that big does it. He just I like JR. He under rotated. No, JR. He fucked up. Okay.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it was the same, like we just got done talking about. It was the same thing that like Ibushi did, where he just fucking completely blew out his shoulder. So Archer should be lucky that that's the worst that happened to him. But I was kind of trying to decide, like trying to figure out whether or not it was a work, because it seemed like that was potentially a thing that they could have done. But then as soon as Eddie Kingston won, like immediately afterwards with a roll up, kind of the old fucking Stone Cold when he got injured, like just take it home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he might have done hurt himself.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, and I saw the Eddie Kingston, Daniel Bryan thing was that from over the weekend too?
I believe
The little
so.
promo they
had an
did.
interview tonight.
I saw the one tonight. I thought that was great, but I don't know what show. I thought I had the audio, to be honest with you, but I don't. I might have actually saved it in Facebook. I'll check that as I'm going through here real quick. But I got to tell you, Daniel Bryan versus Eddie Kingston with the promo that I saw tonight, just tonight, I'm down with that shit. I am fucking down with that shit.
I'll throw you a fun fact. This match has actually happened.
Really?
It was when, it happened in Chikara, of all places. But when Daniel Bryan got fired for the infamous ring tie incident, or not ring tie, but the tie with Justin Roberts, they fired him. He went to Chikara. He did a weekend in Chikara. He wrestled Eddie Kingston the first night and Tip Donst the second night. So it has happened.
Wow.
Go ahead.
But yeah, it has happened, but I'm looking forward to it too, because the first match they had was pretty good, and they've only gotten better, both of them, since then. So
I'm looking for that Eddie Kingston, Daniel Bryan thing.
I can do a quick search for it as well, see if I can find it. It was over the weekend for sure, but I forget.
I've got it here. I've got it here from 4 days ago. I got a feeling this video I'm going to play, the audio is going to be awful. It's a minute long, and it looks like it's a TikTok video of the television. We could try it. Hold on. I'll try it.
Yeah. Look,
not that bad.
Last year's Full Gear was this close to reaching a dream, a goal of being a world's champion, to be the top in this business, the only title that means anything. And do you think I'm going to let somebody new come in here and take it from me? You're talking about a dream. If it was a dream of yours to be a world champion, you'd work a little bit harder, Eddie. Oh, we're going to go there with this. We are going to go there. We're going to go there. Because you have so much talent. It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. You're so tough. You have so much heart. But you put in zero work outside the ring. That's what you think. Maybe if you did, you would have been a world champion already. All right, sweetheart. All right. I'll see you soon. We'll see about hard work. We're done, Shivani. I'm good. I'm trying to go. I ain't trying to do this, man.
Okay, this Daniel Bryan and this Eddie Kingston. Oh, fuck. Yes.
You should have just re-aired that. That was like, I mean, the segment that Dynamite was good, but this one was better.
Really, dude. Really, but that segment on Dynamite furthered the whole storyline. And like I said, I am 150% down with Eddie Kingston versus Daniel Bryan. Hell yes. You know what? I could let this storyline go, because these promos these guys are doing are fucking great. And I thought Daniel Bryan did amazing tonight, fucking screaming and yelling and shit. Same stuff, but I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a different Bryan Danielson.
Oh, I keep calling him Daniel Bryan.
Promos are...
Done it 3 times already. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
His promos are so different from what he did in WWE.
Well,
it's more intense.
Well, here's the thing. They're not written for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not written. He can go out there. He can show raw emotion and not have WWE go, no, we want you to laugh during that line. What?
Right.
What? Okay. So, no, he doesn't have them written for him. He can go out there. He can do what he wants. And these two guys, Eddie Kingston's promos are always good. I'm sorry. I love the New York promos from Eddie Kingston. And Daniel Bryan, a fired up Daniel Bryan, I'm always down to see.
And this is leading up to probably Moxley in the final.
Eventually. eventually he'll go to Moxley, which I actually missed that Moxley beatdown tonight, which was, I think, 10. I came back and I saw Bloody Mask.
Bloody.
Yeah, I just saw the Bloody Mask, and I was like, holy shit. So
yeah, I think he's turning heel soon.
Maybe. Well, that was part of the Dynamite thing. Was he cut this whole promo about how he said that he's always been honest, and he said he's going to be honest. He doesn't care about the tournament. He doesn't care about the belt. He cares about his kid. And in order to come home intact and being perfectly fine without a scratch on him, he has to hurt other people. So that's his goal. And then they had him go out there and just beat the ever loving shit out of 10. So that was fun.
I told you he's Daddy Moxley now.
Mm-hmm.
He's Daddy Moxley. He's got Dad Bod already going on. He's not giving a shit. He's Daddy Moxley. Probably not good to teach your kid to beat the shit out of people. But anyway, it's wrestling.
His book's out now too.
Anyone,
yeah, it's coming out.
And from what people are saying is there was no ghostwriter. He wrote this motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
So pretty fucking awesome right there. I believe the book's name is Moxley, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he went through great. He said that he put every incriminating detail about himself in the book, so that he didn't have to keep talking about it.
Well, you just go through statute of limitations and see what you can put in. I get it.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be fun.
Book, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order it.
I want the audio version, and I want Moxley reading it. That's all I want in my life right now.
Yeah, that would be great. One of the
that would be awesome.
I don't watch them in full because they're usually 20 minutes long, but there's a lot of YouTube videos of him doing local radio interviews. And it's always fucking hilarious because it's usually for whatever reason it's the hip hop station. So they give him a hip hop introduction and he's just immediately just super low energy and it makes me laugh. Because he's man, this cat's the champ. He's got a lot of he's got a lot popping right now. It's John Moxley. He's like, hey, what's going on? And it's just every time, it's just fucking hilarious.
He's like, yeah, I just want to get this done. Go home and start drinking. Can we get this? Can we get this done?
Fucking morning.
Well, that. Well, hey, if you ever watch the Total Divas, he has a bar full of fucking Jack Daniels. That is no. I'm not lying. The only
I fully believe you. I believe that he has if you ever go to the liquor store and they have a fucking Jaeger freezer.
Yes.
I picture he has that, but for Jack Daniels.
No, it was literally just a bar, and the only liquor in the bar, and there was probably 30, 40 bottles, was Jack Daniels.
God bless him.
That was it. So
I'm more of a Jericho guy with that because I don't really like Jack Daniels, but Jericho loves him some vodka.
I'm not a whiskey guy either. I'm not a whiskey guy, but I do like my vodka.
Yeah, because they showed his house. He had a bunch of just bottles of Grey Goose stacked up, and I was like, all right.
That's not bad. You know what? That's really not that good of vodka, in my opinion. But anyway.
Yeah, well, you're more of a Tito's guy, I think, right?
Oh, I'll do Tito's, but my wife's been getting rum lately.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she's going to go grab some. Friday night, she's going to go grab some. We're going to drink this weekend.
No, it's perfect for fall time. Get some Captain Morgan or whatever.
No, white rum.
Oh, okay. Well, I like white rum too. Well, then Captain Morgan has white rum too.
Do they have a white? I should tell her to try that next time because we got this stuff last time that was drinking fucking rubbing alcohol, and I'm like, babe, I know it was cheap, and I know we didn't have a lot of money that week, but can you not rip out my insides? They think I have an ulcer. I mean,
that was a lesson I thankfully learned very early in life. Cheap vodka is fine. Never, ever, 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 ever buy cheap rum. It is the worst.
Or cheap gin. Cheap gin is worse.
It's not as big of a problem for me, but I get what you're saying.
Cheap gin will not do very well for me. Cheap gin might piss me off. I'll put
it's an acquired taste anyway, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Cheap gin might just start making me want to fight somebody that ain't there. That's all I'm saying.
Cheap rum is it's the worst tasting thing in the fucking world. It is terrible.
Goldschlager, however, will make me take back things I never stole. But that.
You ever have Aftershock? I'm surprised we have never talked about this.
Dude, I've eaten the crystals, man.
Yes, I fucking love Aftershock. I haven't had it in a very long time, but it's great because you drink the bottle, you get drunk, and then there's fucking candy crystals.
You can
in the
actually,
bottle.
yeah, you can actually melt the crystals down and just make a really big, like, piece of candy. It's kind of fun.
So like you get drunk and then you get candy as a reward. Like it's phenomenal. It's
Which
beautiful.
which will get you drunk if you eat enough.
Oh sure.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. You just gotta know how to do it. You gotta break that bottle just right. Don't want to get any glass in your candy. But anyway, let's go ahead and knock out AEW Dynamite. We are actually we're running a little. We're 220, about 2:15 right now. So let's go ahead and get this done. Right off the bat, they bring out Punk.
Yes.
Bam! Huge pop for Punk. Huge pop for Punk, of course. CM Punk versus Bobby Fish. This was just, if I had to name this match, it would be two old dudes wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Still a good match, though. It really was. It was still a good match. I got to tell y'all, my Wi-Fi was awful tonight. We've had storms out here today, and it's actually getting cold. My God, it was cool today. Didn't even hit 70.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was nice today. So there are a few things I might have missed or may misspeak on. If I do, I apologize, but my cable was locking up horribly.
Well, long story short to that, real quick, to give you a little bit of backstory, Bobby Fish was on the Dynamite Saturday that none of us watched, but he had a match. He won his match. It was like a very short, like kind of a squash match, and then he was wrestling, I think, Anthony Green, and he just beat the shit out of him after the match. So he's like turning heel, and Punk came out to make the save. That's why we had that match,
which we did.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they showed some of that tonight.
They probably did. I was a little bit late at the very beginning, but I saw like the match from bell to bell.
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry.
It was a good opener.
Yeah,
It was a really good opener.
Well, always good to have CM Punk as an opener. I still think they could have put the main event somewhere else on this card. You could honestly, I would have rather had Sammy Guevara versus Ethan Page as a main event than what we had tonight.
Yeah, more stakes in that match.
Yeah, exactly. There was. So, but the Punk match was all right with Bobby Fish, I thought. Punk won, of course.
They always have good openers, I feel like.
They really do.
Especially in Dynamite.
They want to open with Dynamite, and they usually fucking do. They usually open with a real hot match, and they try to keep it going. Now, after that match, they kind of did keep it going. I mean, MJF, and it was in action tonight. MJF, let's face it, how many times do we see him wrestling on a Dynamite?
Not many.
Not very much.
At least not right now, yeah.
Well, and I mean, he was in there with, I didn't even catch the guy's name he was in there with.
Morrow and somebody else.
All right. Well, no. The guy who was wrestling tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up here real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I
in the meantime, on the Saturday show, I guess to keep talking about that, MJF he dropped some good ones on Sting. Because he said basically something along the lines of, like, if you think that you can beat me, you must have gotten back into your 80s Coke stash, which is fucking amazing. And then he said that he was going to have Darby have something in common with Lex Luger because they're both going to be living in a wheelchair. And I was like, holy fuck, man.
Oh.
Jeez.
I mean, I like a good Lex Luger dig, but Jesus.
MJF has no filter.
Bryce Donovan.
There you go. I heard him say Donovan at one point, and I'm like, I don't know if that's his name. Bryce Donovan. All right. Well, Bryce didn't last very long. MJF beat the shit out of him, and then he basically he shit talks the crowd like he usually does. He shit talked Darby. He trolled us with Sting's music, which I thought was actually pretty funny. I actually got a good laugh out of that. The lights really went out after that. We saw a weird Darby video. What the fuck was that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway, after that, it was just a distraction. The lights went out. Sting's behind everybody with a bat. MJF runs out of the ring, but Darby's in the crowd in a trench coat. I was hoping he wasn't naked under there. That's all I was saying. I don't know. He literally looked like he belonged at a Women of Wrestling show. That's all I'm saying.
Buying used pairs of socks. I think he was supposed to be the Invisible Man because it was the Halloween episode.
looked like any other guy going to a women of wrestling show.
Hey.
Just a trench coat and a pair of trunks on.
Darby Allin Shimmer attire.
Oh, there you go. Shimmer 2, maybe. Oh, shit. But yeah, Darby came, like I said, Darby came in, started beating the shit out of MJF, and then simply says, Max, full gear. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd went nuts. That was it. Darby versus MJF, full gear. Full Gear's turned out to be a hell of a show, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be a nice show.
Oh, yeah.
Really not too far along or too far away from that.
No, November 13th.
A week.
So we're still
2 weeks.
Still a couple of weeks away. Like I said, it's really amazing to see a wrestling promotion promote a pay-per-view 2 weeks away when we're used to WWE, who like the week before starts promoting their pay-per-view, and then they wonder why they don't have any buys. But anyway,
a little interesting that they're going back to Saturdays, though.
I think so too. But if you now, speaking of Saturdays, if you look at the WWE 2022 pay-per-view schedule, you're going to be surprised how many of those are on Saturdays.
And there's no fucking March pay-per-view, apparently. So they're actually going to build a little bit to WrestleMania for a change. How about that?
You would think, or they'll just maybe take another trip to Saudi.
There you go.
I mean, listen, you would think that they would actually give themselves time to build, but
yeah, theoretically, the opportunity would be there. Whether they actually do that is a whole nother story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's see. What did we have after that? We had the Sammy Guevara, Ethan Page match, which was for the TNT title. If Sammy lost, he would not be allowed back in Inner Circle. He would leave Inner Circle, which, again, I really wish they would stop doing these stipulations because they're telling.
Too obvious.
Yeah, they give it away. Why would they do that? Why would they? There's no reason for Sammy to start going out on his own at this point. It's just not. It's not the right time. It is not the right time.
Not yet.
No, not yet. I just think they're telegraphing what they're doing when they make. I mean, just like when Jericho was like, "Oh, I'll never wrestle again in AEW." Yeah, we knew where that was going. Telegraphing. You're telegraphing. It's just not good. And no one was allowed at ringside. I got to say, Sammy came out on fire in this match, guys.
Yeah.
He
has some fantastic moves.
He really is, man. He's great at executing. He did fuck up one move tonight. He messed up the, but it was when he was being held in basically about to be held in a razor's edge, which I forget what they call it. And he decided to turn it into a Hurricane Rana. I didn't really fault him for screwing up on that move. That wasn't easy. But Sammy ended up retaining. A really exciting match between these two guys, in my opinion. Though I thought, like I said, I would have rather have seen this as
a main event.
As a main event, and I'll tell you the truth: going out with Jericho announcing a Full Gear match wouldn't have been a bad way to go off the air.
Yeah, and when they came out, they played his music.
Exactly, and the crowd singing to him and everything. That might not have been a bad way to go off the air tonight. I think they actually could have. I really think they could have done some switching, but they didn't. And I'm not a billionaire who runs a wrestling show, so. What are you going to do?
What'd you think of old Jericho using some sweet emotion during that promo?
It was interesting. I actually thought the masturbation line was nice and childish and definitely Jericho-like.
Yes, it was.
The masturbation joke. But I did like a little sweet emotion. Not the biggest Aerosmith fan. I like a few of their songs, but they are. That was a great thing to do for the old Boston audience since Steven Tyler is they're a Boston band.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where they started. That's where they got their break was in Boston. So I don't know. I'll tell you though, this crowd loved some Jericho in fucking Boston, man. They loved Jericho over there. So
Yeah.
but I
Jericho's
really,
one of the most over guys.
yeah. But I'll still say Jericho announcing the 5-on-5 10-man match. The Minneapolis street fight. It's going to be at Full Gear with America's Top Team versus Inner Circle. I think that would have been a fine way to go off the air. I really do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And they get to choose who's going to be in it.
Exactly.
Obviously, it's going to be Man of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, Mastigal.
They're definitely going to get Dan Lambert in that match. Dan Lambert's taking a bump.
Yeah, he's going to be involved somehow for sure.
Yeah, Lambert's taking a bump.
And then it's probably going to be Mastigal, Lambert, and probably Junior.
Probably. Masvidal definitely is going to be there. Who's the other guy they've been bringing in with them? Junior DeSantos will definitely do. So what? There's 4 of them right there, and I say they put Dan Lambert in there, and I could see Dan and Jericho going at it, and I think it's going to be a fun little thing to see.
Yep, he gives him that little elbow, whatever he calls it.
I mean, you can kind of write this right here. Dan Lambert tries to get away from Jericho, this and that. Next thing you know, Jericho grabs him, pulls him back, and all that stuff. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
I think it would be a good opener to open the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely would be. Let's see. After that, we had Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. Shida was going for...
This is a good match, too.
It really was.
2 good-looking women, too, I have to say.
Oh, yeah. And Serena Deeb is taking on kind of this new little heel...
I love Serena Deeb. I don't know about you guys, but I think she has that look.
I do. And she's really changed her whole look since the whole, thing with Punk and all that stuff, the whole straight edge society. She's really changed her look.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's definitely changed her look, and she's definitely got this new, I hate to say this, but it kind of reminds me of the Dakota Kai turn a little bit, where Serena Deeb has this whole new anger about her.
I'm digging it.
Me too. But Sheeta did finally get her 50th win, which all it bought her was a beatdown.
Right.
Yeah.
But she just
probably injury angle.
Yeah, but she still moves on, so we'll see what happens with that. All right. Let's get to this Cody thing. So, Cody comes back.
I have nothing to say.
Oh, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Cody comes back. He's got his obnoxious entrance back. I don't know why he thought the obnoxious entrance was going to make the crowd not turn on him. He acknowledges the crowd booing him. He said, "Put yourself in my shoes," and then throws his shoes into the crowd. And it's like, dude, come on. Then
I was really hoping we get like a one-night stand situation where somebody just fucking chucked it right back into the ring.
I was hoping the same thing too, man. I really was. But he was talking about how, I don't deserve anything I have. I don't deserve my wife. I don't deserve my kids. My wife's too hot for me. My kids are too good for me. This and that. It just sounded like he was trying to get pity from the audience, and they weren't buying it. They were booing him the whole time. He says, "I will not turn." Now,
I still think he's going to turn.
Well, Eric, you sent me something. I think it was last week that I'm going to tie into this little story here. Somebody put out a little, I don't know if it was on Facebook or Twitter, but it was a gentleman named Trevor Dame. I'm glad. I really like their picture of David Foley. That's just hilarious to me. I'm a David Foley fan. And this does sound familiar. If you just heard what I said, I will not turn. This is a very good comparison. Everyone thinks Cody, this is the tweet, everyone thinks Cody wants to be Triple H, but he clearly wants to be John Cena, as in babyface who everyone hates but never turns and does fun feuds and then starts a movie career. just need him to start talking about how he does it for all the kids who wear their neck tats proudly.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. He really is not wrong. But I still say it's a little more Roman Reigns-ish than John Cena. But it's, I mean, like I said, they shoved Roman Reigns down our throat, and I think this is the same kind of thing they're going to do with Cody at this point. But this was weird. It really was odd. Because...
yeah, it felt like a heel promo, too.
It did, but and then he thanks Arn. Basically, told Arn he loved him. It was about to come out. I'll tell you the truth. I've never been so happy to see Andrade come out.
Yes,
and he came out, and I love that he made fun of Cody. You made 2 bad decisions. 1, the neck tattoo. Okay, I'm like, yes, someone said it. I don't remember what the second decision was, but obviously the next feud, Andrade versus Cody. I
believe he said he was going to make him his bitch.
I do believe so, and I got to tell you, I'm not interested in this feud.
I'm down for it. I think
it'll be all right.
And then you get Pac and Black.
We'll have to see what happens, but I think it's going to be a good feud. I mean, Cody's going to be annoying. Meanwhile, Cody's going to really... This seems like they're trying to get a very clear heel to try to make Cody the clear babyface. They're still going to cheer for Andrade.
Yeah.
They're going to cheer for Andrade. So,
I mean, I like both guys, so I'm rooting for a good feud.
I just see him. I just really think they're going to end up cheering for Andrade, and Cody's still going to get booed. This is not going to work. Cody's going to have to either turn or just take another fucking break, and hope to God when he comes back, they've forgotten about it and they missed him. That's it at this point. So. Anyway,
what do you think of Pac and Black feud?
Pac and who?
What's his name? I call him Black, but
Malachi.
Can't pronounce his true. Malachi Black.
Malachi?
It seems like they're going. Yeah.
Oh, Malachi Black. That's fine. Absolutely fine. I like Malachi. I like Pac. Pac's a badass, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be a good feud.
Mm-hmm.
You think they do a tag team at Full Gear with Cody and Pac versus Malachi and Andrade?
No.
Start off?
No, I think Cody's gonna want to do a 1-on-1. Cody's not gonna want to share the spotlight. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? Cody ain't gonna want to share no spotlight with anybody. Stop that.
That would actually be pretty great, though, because there was that spot a while back where they had Maki Ito, and there was a fight that broke out around her, and she just kept singing. I could picture them doing that with Cody, where it's the match is already over by the time he finishes his entrance.
That'd be great. Just end the match before it even starts. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the main event, which we've all agreed probably shouldn't have been the main event. 8-man tag, Dark Order versus the Elite. The Elite were Ghostbusters. The 8-man tag had a cowboy thing going on. A little weird. I did think Colt Cabana dressed as Brandon Cutler was funny. That was pretty fucking hilarious. But I mean, Dark Order ended up winning the match, which I kind of think is getting, a little old, just doing the let's send the crowd home happy win.
Yeah.
You can't always send the crowd home happy. Sometimes you got to just send them home pissed off and wanting more.
Well, I mean, they did have Cody go over in the main event last week, which was supposed to be sending the fans home happy, but they were not happy.
Yeah, but that's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not saying that the Elite should have won the match. It was like I said, it was definitely a fun match. I just didn't think it was really main event worthy. I really feel that there could have been a couple of matches on this show. As far as I'm concerned, you could have had either the Sammy match go on last, or even the women's match could have main evented this show.
Yeah.
Okay. The question is, though, is it a problem with the match, or is it a problem with the costumes? Because I'm not going to argue one way or the other. I don't really care. But I feel like if they're not wearing costumes and they had the same exact match, you're not seeing as many complaints.
Okay. I can give you that one right there. And obviously we thought this, we really thought the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was Brandon Cutler all night.
Mm-hmm.
We found out it wasn't. Brandon Cutler was a horse, or the horse's head. Mm-hmm. And his mouth was taped, but he got kicked in the balls and V-triggered. And I just thought it was a ridiculous way to end the show.
It was, as I said earlier, I think it was just mainly to get to Adam Page and put him over.
Oh, it was. I mean, obviously, Page ended up being the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and you knew he had to come out eventually. They were all coming out in, like I said, horses, and it was cowboy shit. You knew he had to be out there somewhere, somehow, some way. And with the Dark Order out there, you know, he's kind of in, he's kind of not. So what are you going to do? But I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad show. I'm not saying that the main event ruined the show for me or anything. I'm just saying I think the main event could have been placed on the mid show, maybe at the the first hour, been the first hour main event, and then we could have had one of, like I said, the Sammy match or the women's match. I would have been fine with that women's match. What's wrong with having Sheeta have that 50th win and get a beat down? No, nothing.
Right.
Yeah, to end the show, I totally agree.
Yeah. What do you think, Smark?
I mean, I didn't have a problem with it. They were billing it as a Halloween episode. It ended with Halloween shenanigans. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I haven't watched Halloween Havoc yet, but I'm assuming some similar zany hijinks happened there, and I'm fine with it. What's one thing if it's like one show? Like if they did this in the middle of June and everybody was like, let's all just wear costumes. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, yeah. And I will say, I know on NXT there were some big title changes.
Yes.
I know.
2 women's tag team titles.
Yep.
And the new women's champion.
Toxic Attraction.
Because they're all in the same group.
Toxic Attraction is all gold, and I would put all Mandy Rose is all gold.
All 3 women are
cover Mandy Rose in gold.
Hey.
My God.
Do you like her new look? Black hair instead of blonde.
The fuck? Oh, sorry for that noise, guys. My son obviously left the speaker on. Okay.
I thought you were taking the news that she had black hair down like really hard. I was like,
no.
Did you just sit down?
No. Oh, did you not hear that the first time? No.
I knew of it, but yeah.
No, her hair is not what makes her gorgeous. Her body, her face, she's just a beautiful girl. Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
Personality.
That girl could shave her head and
she's a woman.
It wouldn't matter.
Oh my. Yeah, she does. There was like a photo of her with short hair that was like making the rounds. She actually kind of does better with short hair, in my opinion. But that's a me problem.
She's just a very.
It's like when they changed Bailey's hair.
Yeah.
That's when I started liking her.
Yeah.
They can change Bailey's hair.
I like her with short hair.
They can change Bailey's hair all they want. She got that booty. That's all that matters. That's what matters. That's it.
I can't wait for her to come back.
When Bailey can't even lie.
I wonder where they're gonna put her.
I don't know, but that girl can't even lie flat on the mat when she's on her back.
I'm like almost surprised that they haven't used that as an angle. I'm just like, it's impossible to beat her.
Her ass keeps her off the mat. Her shoulders are always up.
Like, as much as Vince loves like fucking juvenile humor, the idea of you have her like a women's battle royal and she like lands on her ass and like, do you put like a little like fucking trampoline there, and she just propels upward.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Oh, no, that's a missed opportunity. You could have had her fucking show up at the Halloween Havoc show wearing that costume that Howard Stern wore to the VMAs.
Yeah. Oh, the Ass Man costume.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that, sir. All right. I got nothing else, guys, but we got 13 minutes left on this, so we need to probably take off and get out of here, and I got to be up in 5.5 hours.
Take off.
Yeah, so I am going to hit the exit music, the outro, if you will, which will bring us right back into the plugs, which will tell everyone, Eric, tell them where they can find you, and then me and Smark will wrap this bitch up.
Everything Unscripted podcast on blogtalkradio.com/everything unscripted this Friday. As I said earlier, 1991 Halloween Havoc with the Chambers of Horror match. Saturday, the cartoon tournament, 32 cartoons. And Sunday, the Tommy Jarvis trilogy, Friday the 13th.
All right. There you go. Definitely check that out. And once again, Eric, I said this at the beginning of the show, but I want to thank you for having me on Friday. Bob Cook and Rod Price were so much fun to talk to.
Yeah, they were.
Those guys were just absolutely amazing. They were great to talk to, and it was a really fun time talking to all you guys.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. And definitely, guys, I want you guys checking out the High Marks. That's right. It's Cheeseman. It's Mojo. It is G-Wiz, and you guys should be over there Sundays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where Mixler.com/Metal Network. That's right. Double the T's when you type that in. Mixler.com/Metal Network. That's where you can find them right there. Bobby Anthem, Bobby Blades there. The Inhumans. Check them out on the Inhuman Experience on all the usual podcast platforms. Once again, if you have not, you should be ashamed of yourself. And we got Stephen Milani sharing the show on Letterboxd, boxd.com/Stephen Milan. You can find him over there reviewing films. Go show him some love. And don't forget Hollywood Hangout. Me and Smark will actually be over there this weekend. We are going to be doing the television scene stealers once again. Mixer.com/Hollywood-Hangout. You guys can check us out right there. Smark, wrap this bad boy up.
That's it. You can find me watching The Hills Have Eyes in my living room when we're done with the show.
Yeah.
But you can also find me Mondays, 8:30 p.m. on the Metal Mid Podcast Network. Cheese on Sports with Cheeseman, Luke Birch, G-Wiz, and myself every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Sundays, 10:30 a.m. on the Metal Mid Podcast Network. You can find the Mo Dirk City Machine Guns. That's Mojo. That's Dirk. And last but never least, be sure to check out our friends at the Planet Raconteur. That is the Planet Raconteur podcast with Bobby Anthem, Papa Dave, Sincere, and Yuck Nasty. You can check out all 16 episodes of Season 1. You can subscribe for the new episodes of Season 2. It is approved by myself and my dog, who I assume needs to go outside.
All right. Well, you can't get any better than that. Oh, man, we're actually in the red right now with 9.5 minutes left. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys next week for this show right here. Me and Smart will see everybody Saturday night for for Hollywood Hangout. And you guys can see Eric at all the times he mentioned because I can't remember all that.
And happy Halloween to everybody.
There you go. Yes. Have a happy and safe Halloween. That's right. Stay packed, people. See ya.
Don't eat too much candy.
Adios.
Oh, eat all the candy you want. Don't listen to me.
If you don't know what to do with yourself, take your drunken ass on. Yeah!